Could you be any louder?
I'm doing it now before we start recording.
Right as I started my recording?
Listen.
That's crazy.
We all know that Blaze's timing is impeccable. Like,
it is better I do it now than I do it in the middle of conversation.
Don't slam them on the table. We can pour them into our hand.
Says the one who has a D20 the size of.
Big Bertha.
Yeah. Throw a Big Bertha on this table and see what makes more.
D20 the size of a golf ball,
I
but
use
you
it
over
for
here talking
serious
about
situations.
Yeah, throw her on this table and see what makes more noise. My
Your dice will still make more noise than a singular die.
We can't be sure about that.
Hold
That's
on,
a big fucking dice.
First of all, if he's going with his little resin dice, if he's just doing like this versus what you do with Bertha, boom!
No, I mean pouring them on like that. It's pouring them all out like that. I think it makes more noise, in my opinion.
Yours is louder. Mine is just longer.
No, hers is in a tray. Yours is on a table.
Gotcha.
Hers is on a leather-lined tray that absorbs sound. Yours is on a table. A plastic table.
Yeah. Because I mean, normally you guys don't hear whenever I do this.
Yes, because of the suede-lined flat inside. Can't say that's leather. Sorry.
Nah. I'm.
No, he's making a cup of coffee. Don't worry about it.
I was trying.
Start like SOS, like Morse code for the people like outside. See if you come.
You have to order the beans straight from
Colombia.
Colombia.
He has to
Crack
import
open the
them.
box with a crowbar.
He's literally grinding
And
it
roast the
himself.
beans over a fire of cocoa shred.
Take care 2 to 5 business days to get over here with this coffee.
He's just trying to grind it himself, you know, make it nice and.
Recordings won't come out. I said Glotto's recording won't come out. I think that's him.
Cordy might come out. She comes out during game.
Not when called though.
No.
That's what I mean.
What? Don't worry about it. I'll come back later for him. Just lock up.
Eric.
Hello. Sorry, man. 3 different time zones in the last week. I just waking up. And it's 6 p.m. for me.
Oh, okay.
Yes, 6 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm good. I don't have my sheet, but it's okay because it's transferred to my computer. My sheet is buried in my closet somewhere. I didn't have time to pull it out.
That'd be the quickest way.
I do have it on here.
Come here.
I have stuff for you guys too. I'll be bringing them over tomorrow probably once we dig out all of our baggage.
I will be off tomorrow. So actually, I was talking to Aiden earlier too. If you would like to, I'm gonna be streaming a little bit tomorrow because I'm off.
Oh yeah.
So if you'd like to, I will hit you up when I'm awake.
I'm literally just gonna play. I'm gonna be watching Fallout tomorrow and playing video games.
I gotta
my
watch
recovery.
that, man.
So,
Heard that.
huh?
I gotta watch that.
Yes, you really do. And you have to give it more than 1 episode.
I know.
Oh, it's one of those ones.
No, it's not. The opening episode is absolutely fucking fantastic. But if you want the real feel of it, you're gonna have to give it 2 episodes and you'll fall right into it.
Okay.
You've been watching it?
I have.
Gotcha.
What is it on?
Amazon
Amazon.
Prime.
Oh,
I also really like Walton Goggins, so.
Oh, let me tell you something. Anything he's in, I'll watch because of him.
I
He
know
he
you
only
don't
chooses
like
scripts that I'm wildly entertained with.
I really liked him in
He's a-
Community.
He's a fan fucking favorite in Fallout, and there's a reason why. Most honest exchange you and I have had
Yeah.
yet.
Just finished that
Walton
episode.
Goggins, you got fucking Kyle MacLachlan.
You got Matt Berry.
got
in
Matt
it.
Berry. I
Like-
got
The only thing I only have one character I hate in the entire series, and that's Maximus.
Everybody does. You've got to understand, Maximus is supposed to be like that.
I
He's
know.
supposed to be hated. He's supposed to be a flawed character. He's supposed to be a character that doesn't have a bunch of. He's a good character. He's a good person who wants to be good and constantly fucks up because he's dumb. He's
Yeah.
dumb with rocks. He put everything in the lock and pistols. That's all he did.
Now, when will Mr. House show up? That's my question.
Probably second season. They're going to be doing a lot more second season. First season is a lot of groundwork.
If I see fucking one shot of New Vegas in season 2, I'm gonna come.
They
I love that
apparently
girl so
she was
much.
breaking shit on stage too. Like she's one of those. Everyone's like Fallout Girl breaks shit. They're like, yes, Fallout Girl. Elisa Purnell has been breaking everything on stage. Everything she touches, she hands back broke into the fucking tech people. Not intentionally.
That's the main character of a Fallout game.
Here we go. Exactly.
Set use weapon condition 0.
0.
Okay.
All right. Let's stop.
Alright. Scribe?
Me?
Yeah.
I thought Aaron was the scribe.
No, you're you.
I'm kidding. Anyways, last session we left off. They had received a letter from a strange benefactor who'd paid off the bounty. They made their way to the surface, found their way to, at least with some lack of direction from any guards that wouldn't help them, when they asked to, what was it, the,
Mage go.
no, but it had like a fucking Italian name. Latin.
It's
They made their way to the fucking Bubudabello.
If you would have kept what I had given you,
They made
it's
their way
on
to
the fucking table.
They made their way to the Bubudabello and the fucking.
Nope, that's not. Where's the medal?
Vinny! Hey!
Where's the medal? Nice.
So they found it's the fucking. Give me this shit. Lune, Ortu Lune, right? They found their way to the Orza Lunar, which is sort of in an affluent area. They found a nice lady where they went clothes shopping. Azura paid the tab on that. They got nice purple threads. They got like sort of nicer outfits. He disguised himself so he didn't have to pay that much money.
Why do you have to pay more money for you?
No, just
No, he didn't have to pay anything because he used.
But we ended up having to get an outfit anyways.
He had to get an outfit anyway because
Everybody essentially has an outfit.
Anyways, they found out Ortu Lune is a subsection of the Mages Guild. Mages Guild, they talked to the main lady. Her name's like Felicia or something.
Felicia.
It is. It's like Felicia. I have the name right here. I had it down. Give me 1 second. This is super important, by the way.
It's really not.
So you guys started making her name all over characters.
No.
No.
Bastards. You're all bastards. for
No,
that.
no.
No, she did this
They
for
had
all
a name
her
already,
own.
man.
Name. We did no such
I didn't ask any names this time. I didn't even talk to her. I have been.
Talia.
I don't even know. I just said
It's IEA at the end, so you know, however you want to
Yeah.
fucking say that now, fuffle. And they were like, hey, we got told to come here by a guy named Lucas. Where would we go for that? And they were like, she was like, fucking whatever. That way.
This fucking guy.
This fucking guy. Whatever. She's kind of a piece of shit, but we don't get on her about it. And directed her to the office of one Lucas Vole. And I introduced myself. So you guys met Lucas, you got into his study. We got some information for Jessamine in regards to wild magic and bard, and like what specifically needs to be done for that. She was able to audition for the guild in this sort of assessment of her own powers, where we just sort of had to sit idly by, with magical dampeners attached to her wrist, and she sort of almost fucked us up a bunch of times. Turns out, by the way, Jessamine, bard wizard,
Yeah.
multi-class.
Yeah, she's a bard. She's a wizard.
Bard wizard. We didn't know that until last time. That was cool finding
Because,
that out.
because she didn't lie on her paperwork like someone wanted.
I gave her the paperwork for bard and wild magic. Turns out that she needed a wizard subclass in there too. Anyways, we got
Yeah.
that figured out. Before that, we talked to my friend. What's that fool's name? It was like Gary. It was like a normal name, Albert, right?
Jeremy?
I think it's terrible.
Was it
It's
Jacob?
Jacob. It was
Yeah,
after my
Jacob.
cousin.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Oh, it's Jacob.
It's
Jacob.
Jacob.
My nephew.
Bryn's cousin.
And my
Your
nephew.
cousin?
Yeah, my actual cousin.
Your
Yeah.
actual cousin.
And my actual nephew. So what comes
Your
up?
actual cousin and actual nephew.
I will remember this name.
Was in the game. Good friend of mine. Good friend of Lucas. We got a keg of his family's alcohol that he has. It's like halfling wine, right? Or
It's like
halfling
whiskey.
Halfling whiskey. Because they tried to get me to buy all the barrels, but Jacob wouldn't let me do it. So I just got one. Then we did the performance thing. Then the rest of us, besides Jessamine and Funnel, were asked to meet with the wild magic teacher because she took interest in Jessamine. Then they introduced sort of, turns out it's a dryad, and she was like, hey, if you want to study under me, you need to do a contract, which we love. Or vow, and then you need to have a contract with someone, or like a vow contract sort of thing, like where like you'll give your life before they die, and if you don't die, you go kaboom, or you die, right? Was it something like that?
Who took this vow?
No.
No one yet. The discussion needs to be had.
But
She
you
also
know-
mentioned that Jessamine needs to have a conversation with Lucas, because Lucas is a wild-blooded sorcerer. Not exactly the same as wild magic, but there's some tinge in there that's a little bit different. We've left off on you're coming back, and we are having a fun little party in my study. We're not having a party though.
No. We can have the party.
Are we not having a
I
social?
thought we were in the Discord talking about Breakfast Club.
I know, and I was confused even then. You notice how I didn't comment?
Because while we're talking to the dryad, he's just trying to think of something
That we can do.
Oh,
In the
okay.
meantime, to
Okay.
give our characters some
Okay.
actionable things.
I was
But
okay.
you're there
Now
for this party,
everything
too.
else makes sense because I wasn't caught up in that detail. Like that detail was lost on
The
me.
detail of them not being there and us being the only ones.
Pretty big detail.
Yeah, we're in the study.
Well, there was one thing you left out though.
What did I leave out?
Whenever you guys opened the door.
Right, when we opened the door originally after meeting Lucas, Morgan seemed oddly obsessed with us.
Not obsessed.
With what?
Oddly interested in a
Curious.
curious
Mask.
piece of wood chiseled into the shape of a mask.
And it's in your study.
No, he has it.
It's the mask that we found that we got from Aaron.
That's what he seemed. Morgan
Only
seemed
curious.
interested in. I don't really know. I don't know you guys, so I don't have. I've never even seen that mask besides that he's holding that. But that's where we left off. We're in the study. We're having a little powwow. I think Lucas at this point would have opened portable hole, reached in, grabbed the barrel, pushed it out, and then pointed to it for Nori. And I'm like, hey, I got you that barrel that you were about the whiskey. I only got one. I know you wanted 4 or all of them. If you want, I mean, we can we can open like a tap if you guys want for just sort of introductions on people or getting to know. It is starkly silent in this room.
We're not talkers.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, I'll leave this here in the middle of my study, this barrel of alcohol, for my guests. I'm gonna do some work at my desk. If you guys are fine with that, or if you want to talk about anything, I'm pretty much an open book.
What's the catch?
Not what
Of this place, I mean.
of the
What's the catch?
of the guild.
And there's always a catch to everything. So what's this?
Okay, well, I mean, if there is, I sort of haven't caught it yet.
You can't have magic like this
What do you mean, like this?
And
And I'll
be-
point to like the starry open ceiling.
and be completely free. So what's the catch?
I mean, I don't know. I have to pay a lot of registration fees. When I first got to town, that was sort of the thing I had.
And that's it?
That's it, just registration fees?
I've been a student of here for like a good while. I work for the guild.
Contractually or voluntarily?
Both. I mean, I'm compensated for my
Friends,
work.
family, associates?
I mean, not in this particular guild, but I mean, my family comes from a long line of at least
There it
astrologers
is.
and star sorcerers. That's
Yeah, it's not really unringing any bells here, buddy.
I mean, the whole family is pretty, well, it's not renowned, but it's not cornerstone, but
I was gonna say.
Can I do an intelligence
Yeah,
check
go
since I
ahead.
probably at least know of his family?
I'd ask, but I know I probably know nothing.
yeah, you're barbarian. I don't think knowledge is one of your skills.
There is a better.
You should roll, see if you get a
need
nat
set of
20.
dice.
There's a better.
Come on, roll.
There it is.
Can he roll to see if he gets a nat 20 and he knows about my family?
Hey.
Come on!
So there would be there would be absolutely no reference for him to do it.
Yeah, there would be no
It'd be like
reference.
you having a divine inspiration that suddenly calculates and you knew the answer to the question. Like you take the 1 in a billion or even a dice roll isn't gonna get that for you.
That'd be super cool though.
If he answered that question in the game, everybody would look at him and be like, how?
The
How?
fuck?
Like how? With everything that is in you, how?
So funny!
You're literally talking to a character who knows nothing about himself at all. Didn't even know he had red eyes. Yeah.
He doesn't have red eyes.
24.
Okay. Not a exceedingly high-ranked family, not as much as what you guys saw with the whole demonstration that you guys had to sit through.
Not there.
Huh?
Not like upper echelon.
No, it's not like super high, but it's enough to have some form of influence or say when it comes to certain meetings or delegations almost. He's essentially the son of a rich mom and dad who helped fund a lot of the ministries around here in the sake of trying to help
He's a trust fund baby.
find stability for the son.
He's a trust fund baby.
My parents' influence didn't at least get me there, but they certainly helped.
So, yeah.
He's a trust fund
I
baby.
paid for all of these at least by my own sweat and brow, but
But you received a small loan from your parents.
No, they didn't pay. They didn't pay for anything.
No, of course not. You
But-
just got in on your own merit.
Yeah,
If your parents hadn't been who they were, you would be in the same position.
No, I wouldn't say that. They certainly helped. The merit of them sort of assisted with my merit, but
Amazing how good it help or hinder you, isn't it?
I don't love the vibes that you're sort of giving me right now. But
Bad vibe.
What's wrong with the vibes Kirian gives?
I'm not giving any bad vibes, I'm merely making a statement.
okay, yeah. I mean, it is.
See, my
interesting
family,
how-
very powerful wizards, but
Mhm.
I don't get to be one.
Oh,
Yeah, so my family likes to ostracize me,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and then we unfortunately have to humble my sister.
Oh,
Yeah, when are we doing that?
I mean, honestly, as soon as everyone's ready, we can
I
step
think
on
we
board
need to-
for it.
yeah.
But she's a pretty powerful wizard, so be aware
Okay.
that stepping into this, that we
Step-
are going to be going up against at least one very powerful wizard.
going up against.
Yes, but that's all I'm really allowed to say because I'm going to then defer to Mr. Tunnel coming out of the bathroom here.
He's not there.
He's not here.
Well, I mean,
Well, technically,
He's
she,
not in the
she,
room.
she,
Oh, is Saran in the room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I will defer to Saran then.
yeah, she won the last rock paper scissors anyway, so.
So I will defer this particular conversation to Saran, who will or will not inform you of the greater purpose of our little companionship.
There's a bird
purpose?
And I use companionship loosely because I'm not entirely certain we all love each other. But we'll work towards the same goal.
There's a purpose? Cool.
Is that not right, Brother Funnel?
I'm not
He's not
here.
there.
I know, just make do an empty spot now. You
He's,
should just put stuff. Yeah,
Eric,
stop.
Eric, he's not there. They're not there.
To me, they are.
Eric!
Their spirit is always there. No.
Pounding on the windows.
He's secretly using sending. I'm
Whoa.
listening to you.
God, that's creepy. And no.
No, it's very creepy.
Wait, how much do we wish to inform a individual, or new individual here, of the current state of the party?
You don't. Yeah, I mean, if it's fried
I
too much, I
don't
don't.
think I was talking to you.
Right.
Then
I will do paperwork while you confer. I'll just start sort of penning some at least forms I need to get filled out.
I feel like too much and you might not help. Too little and we're running the same risk we run with every other person we invite into this group.
Yes, but have we confirmed that he knows anything?
I don't know.
Out of game, no.
We've met him numerous times. We've met him today. I'm just meeting him as a player now,
Do
and
you
you guys
need a
had last
description?
session, so I'm not sure exactly how much conversation happened.
Do you
No,
need a
there-
description on visual for
For you?
Lucas?
I'm going to, yes.
Okay,
But in a minute.
Do you want me to do that right now?
Yes, we can do it right now.
Yeah, he's sort of blonde, short hair, sort of like platinum dirty, like almost silver.
there's Backstreet Boys.
Glasses. Not like frosted tips. He doesn't have fucking frosted tips.
You sure you're not
No,
from
but
New
he's got the
Jersey?
ashy blonde.
He's not. He's an ashy blonde. Sort of. He has like sort of this very dark robe, like indigo, like black, with like speckles of like sort of some parts shine. Like if you look at it right, form like maybe like little constellations. Like sort of well pressed, like little like linen shirt underneath with like nice sort of dress pants. And some sort of like circular framed glasses. What's up?
Stop.
Just to bring it up to speed, the only thing we know about him is that he's informed us he paid the bounty of a murderer because he was interested in learning more about all of us.
And I learned that from the DM as that was my reasoning.
So
So I'm working with it, and I'm seeing how I can sort of spin that.
I'm just gonna leave you at that
That's
tidbit.
not fucking insane.
You work for the guild. You
I
wanna
work for the
know
guild and I'm
why-
interested. I'm curious why this guy's just sort of walking around shooting in different
Well, why is this
locations.
group that was all the way from the other coast now here
Separate Coast
making a name for themselves?
did a crime very recently over there, suddenly over here. And Lady Luck called in a favor, and I asked her out. But I'm also curious, so I asked to meet.
Right. So.
And I've helped you guys out with paperwork and registration for Jessamine,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of guided you around the guild.
Right, so he's been excessively helpful with absolutely no input from us whatsoever.
Right.
So he just showed up out of the blue like a guardian angel to pay the bounty and to help us through and
Yes.
just grease our way right through this city.
Yeah.
Which means completely suspect.
Yes.
100% on board now. My
Exactly.
apologies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am
Yep.
now here. You
Yep.
may continue. My apologies.
Yes.
Ignore everything I need
I
to
just
tell you
watched
guys.
that suck bar's rise.
Now that I've reached the line of where I think we're just going to retcon that entire conversation and move back to when you were, offering us a barrel of ale.
Yeah,
We'll go back to that moment.
we're going back to that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so like I got because you guys, I know you were sort of wondering if you could get some of that whiskey from Jacob. So I got that for you guys.
He seems quite intrigued with us. I know. For now.
So are you guys talking about how you want to get this open?
No, we're talking about the what race are you? Out of game.
Human.
We're talking about the incredibly helpful human in front of us right now.
Awesome. I'm I'm sort of curious because at least, I mean, Lady Luck doesn't hang with like the savoriest of crowds, but given the sort of reputation the group has going immediately from coast to coast so quickly would take a little bit longer of a time than almost immediately. And I was sort of wondering,
One practitioner of magic yourself really doesn't understand portals and teleportation.
well, why here was sort of my.
Why do you want to know?
I was just.
This curiosity isn't this what this is.
Oh,
Curiosity means you gather information on individuals surreptitiously in a way that possibly doesn't raise suspicion. This is, coming straight out and informing strangers that you're paying a bounty that you don't really know what he did. He murdered somebody, but you're totally cool with having a murderer around because you paid a bounty for it, and now you're offering us wonderful alcohol. You've helped us through these amazing situations, and what have we given you in return for any of this? I'm pretty sure it's been nothing. So again, I ask, why? We can do diplomacy checks if you wish. Out of game. Because, I'm aware I'm pinning you down right now. But I don't think anybody in this group is going to just accept you. So you got to give us something, man.
1 second.
No,
I'm learning stuff about my character. Yeah.
It's like,
I'm learning.
I
these
can't
things. Give me a
improv.
minute.
Love it with you.
I can't improv. You're tossing some new stuff my way right now.
Take a minute. Figure it's good.
Do I tell them this?
If you want to,
That's up to you, buddy.
that's up to you as a character.
Okay. And the person you're referring to is the person that they met?
Actually,
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. What was her fucking name? The Dryad?
Mm-hmm.
Try is a really fucked up name, so good luck trying to remember that off the top of your head.
What was it?
I don't think she gave it to us yet.
Did you give it to us? No, you did. It was like Mistress something
Mistress.
Lightborn. It was Lightborn
Oh.
was the last name. I remember that.
so it's just Mrs. Laybourne.
Mrs. Lightborn.
Oh boy.
Gotcha. Okay. And no one remembers her first name. Do you remember? You're just not gonna tell me?
I'm in a meeting.
He's not there.
He's like, I'm busy.
Logan, you're sitting next to me.
Here's your notes. You were right
I
now.
don't know what you're talking about.
Little old me? What?
I don't have them here.
Yeah, I'll have to get mine.
I'm just gonna open a notepad.
We have a fun new toy, Eric.
What'd you say the
We
last
got-
name was?
Lightborn.
Light Song.
It was Light Song?
Yeah. Don't even attempt to read the first name because I was just all over the place with that.
Tammy?
Annie Lightsong?
Pretty sure it's that. It's terrible writing.
That is Lightsong.
Tamara?
Tamara?
Mario.
Tia?
I think
Tamaria?
it's Tamira.
Yo, is this Twitches? Does she have a twin
Have you
sister?
used it yet?
Yo, get fucking Tia out
That
here.
thing's badass.
Really?
It's pretty nice.
I might use this then if you don't mind on my
Light Song.
Light Song.
No,
Yeah.
God no. No, that's not a tool. That's an actual thing.
That's a toy.
I won't
So
do that.
it's Mrs. Light Song.
Light song.
Or Miss Light Song.
I hope that's the name. God, I hope that's
Okay,
the
we'll
name.
go with that.
Yeah, no, I report, directly to Miss Light Song, who, some of us met earlier. She's the Dryad lady that they're in a meeting with, but also performed the assessment of, Jessamine.
She's the head of the wild magic
Which you didn't
division.
see her because you were out.
You were outside, but
Because you didn't want to. You probably would not have wanted to wear a brace that suppressed all
Very
your
well
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very right on that one.
So you and me stayed out.
Good
because
call.
I did not want to wear something that
I
suppressed
think
my
I
abilities.
stayed. Did
So
I
the
stay out?
answer to the
I
question
stayed.
of
Yeah,
why.
it was the three of us that stayed out.
Okay. So we didn't meet. I didn't meet this ring, but the question as to why you're helping us comes down to.
yeah, I report at least directly to Miss Light Song in regards to, certain things that interest her when it comes to wild magic, at least from what she's taught me, and she was interested in well, I was interested in the sort of moving around place to place and true crime aspect. But she was sort of interested in sort of the untapped magic that was at least unchecked and unregulated that sort of happened in the
So
city.
your boss is interested in one of our party members who wields wild magic.
Yeah.
And you are just along for the ride because curiosity is driving you to what?
I just,
I mean, okay, if all you're doing here is just curiosity. I just have a feeling that there's a little bit more to this because, again, we don't generally get help that doesn't come along with gigantic strings that stretch all the way back sometimes into the heavens.
Oh.
So we're all incredibly cautious about any individual who comes out of nowhere to help us and absolutely asks zero in return except for, hey, tell me how you got from A to B. So you'll have to understand that we're just a little bit hesitant about helping you, about talking to you, or really just about interacting with you in any shape or form, mainly because of the betrayal factor that could come rapidly down the road.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I do a diplomacy roll to at least let him know I just like helping people.
That's entirely on her.
Sure.
I just like assisting.
She's gonna leave your ass.
Would that be insight from him?
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
29.
Nope, not gonna hit that one. Well, actually, no, I won't. Oh, I got a 28. You son of a bitch. I am 1 point below you. I have 10.
I'm not lying to you. It's diplomacy. Don't yell at me.
Oh, you got me on that one.
What do you mean got you? I'm trying to tell you don't yell at me.
I wasn't trying to lie!
I'm being honest here. Yeah, and he'll just be like, I don't know.
When was the last time you took an adventure? You look a little clean. Now, soft is the word I'd use.
Well, I really haven't like adventured before. Mainly I've been focusing on at least figuring out maybe what's going on with my bloodline, because I'm a little bit different than the rest of my family, and sort of learning more about my magic.
What do you mean different than the rest of your family?
Oh, well, a lot of my family comes from a long line of sort of astrologists and studiers of the stars, so a lot of their magic is sort of influenced by that, like motes of light or, sort of celestial, and by celestial I don't mean like the beings, but the bodies based around their magic. Mine, and I'll expend one of my uses of it, but not to do like the actual spell, but just to create a couple of them, and I'll use black motes. And you guys see just two balls of just sort of, they just look like darkness, covered in like a sort of a haze, spin around in my hand. Mine are a little bit not regular. I'm not exactly sure specifically why, but the casting that my parents could do is a little bit different than the casting that I can.
Keith, do you have an infernal bloodline? Jesus.
Do you want to know what it is?
No, not until I fucking figure it out.
At least that's why I'm at this. Why are you have your hand on your sword, and I don't really love what that's putting out.
Norhig.
We're not gonna kill him yet.
Can we not do that right now?
Hey, I was just sort of showing what I can do. I wasn't gonna attack anyone.
Point of fact, this individual is incredibly suspicious of magic. If we could just spin magic up out of the blue in front of him,
I
you
mean,
could
last
quickly
time he wouldn't
receive
even come in without.
14 inches of steel directly in your stomach.
I mean, we have to keep the door open because he wouldn't even let me close
Because
it.
you tried to shut it
Magically.
Magically.
So do yourself a favor and don't freely use magic around this one unless you just want to be cleaved in two.
Then would we be good to close the door then? Could you close that? Because I'm at my desk and I don't want to. All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Walk over, close the door.
I'll try to use magic, or at least a less, so that it's affecting you. Unless you want me to. I mean, I can make you like sort of stronger, maybe bigger. Nope. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna get myself a glass of whiskey from my friend, if anyone would want anything at all, just in general, let me know. And I can see if I can procure it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to walk outside of your door.
Right.
Yeah. Apologies, because I'm going to throw a silent spell up just because we're going to have a private conversation, and withered towers aren't generally known for letting private conversations
Oh, yeah,
happen.
no, totally. I won't even.
Great.
Yep, that's
so
right.
you just stay right there.
Yep,
Okay.
no worries.
Silent.
I don't like him.
I don't either. I'm 100% with you on this one.
Yeah.
I don't like him at all.
I don't like him. He
He's
sounds
too eager.
weird.
And he's weird, right? The dark magic thing that he's wielding right there.
Yeah,
I
like,
literally
what
just
was
wanted,
that?
I wanted to just throw a sunbeam on it. Immediately wanted to try to
I
lighten it.
wanted to step away.
I feel like, it needs to be purified.
maybe with fire,
I
with
have-
like
you know, I
your
like
your
this.
Saren way person.
No, I totally agree. He definitely needs to he needs to have God.
I mean, I was gonna cut his hand off.
We'll say that's
Well-
his sister because we're gonna need to do that there. We don't really want to attack this individual. I'm more curious about why a random individual at these times
Just like
help us
aerate it
and
in
then
his
grease
mouth
this
like
along with
wine.
this whole
Just makes
conversation.
it
And to be
worse.
just
I'll do a quick
curious,
little
it's
whistle
fine.
for
But that
Gemini.
means when he joins our party, his whole purpose
So
of
when
joining
they
our
come
party is
back-
gathering information, which generally makes me leery. Right?
We'll just be having.
Yes.
He's literally here to gather information on us.
What like?
Doesn't that sound like spying?
See,
No, thank you.
You're off. You deserve a round of applause.
You,
for that,
because that's
sir.
exactly what we're driving at.
You know,
What the fuck?
I owe you a drink.
Okay, so
That's what I.
we
Yep.
can assume right now that he is not exactly doing this via his own motive. I mean, he probably has an ulterior motive here. Rejecting him would just mean we'd have a powerful bunch of mages on our ass. And we've already got a bunch of mages on our ass, so I'm not sure we want to add more to that collaboration. So, if we keep him around, we can at least watch him, and I could work on purifying him. So, that's my view on this. I would like to keep him around so that I can turn whatever that darkness is into light.
So you want to keep him around as an experiment, basically.
Well, he wants to keep us around as an information gathering tool, so I figure if he's going to use us, we might as well use him.
And
We do need him.
And we could also, what's not to say we lied to him?
Thank you. What's not to say we don't trust him? We don't have to include him with everything, but we do need him around. He might be incredibly useful, but we won't know that until we test him out in a few
Be
situations.
helpful. Yes, me.
Furthermore, we also have another Boom Boom party member who could possibly just, wipe out a city with us, who this point might be able to assist with. So it's not necessarily too far-fetched to bring him along with us, but we really should keep him at a 15-foot radius from us at all times.
At least keep him out of earshot necessarily from me, because
Agreed.
his voice is like
It's irritating, isn't it?
like wow, it's like a mosquito.
I know,
It's
but
like
like,
an
he
annoying
honestly
little
never
bug.
had to speak to other people before.
And he just keeps on going and going and going and
I have a
going.
trust fund with you. I know, because I was supposed to have a trust fund and I didn't. But this is the way my family acts. They're arrogant little shits about their power. Look at him. Look around him. He's got little starry robes on him.
So this is what people with money act like?
Yes,
Yes.
unfortunately, very much so.
I don't want to steal what he's got and use it fucking
We
here.
possibly could, but I've only got maybe another 3 minutes left on the spell before he has to go. So he's eventually going to start hearing us. So we should probably just dial this into: do we want to keep him around or not?
Yeah, I
Okay.
suppose we should for now, just to keep an eye on him, since he's so interested in us.
I
It's
agree.
better to play nice
I agree.
than to, try to push him away.
Okay. So we've agreed that.
I was crying. That made me legitimately tear up. I felt like I was in fucking grade school again. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, man.
Shalara fault.
Sorry, man. We were trying to get you booked up.
That turned into, from a genuine conversation, just a fucking Comedy Central roast.
I hate that guy. His voice sounds like a piece of shit. What?
It's annoying, it's high, like, why the fuck?
Like, those words have been spoken to me in real life.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, man. That was unintentional.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
I apologize.
No, don't apologize. That was funny as shit.
Oh my god.
I don't know why. I just imagine an NPC walking by the hallway, just like.
No, don't be sorry. Do it again.
Like you're just sitting there.
Like a little like fucking Earth construct going.
You're probably just sipping wine, looking at us as we're just ripping you apart.
Oh
outside
my
the
god. Wow.
Well, we decided to keep.
You'll walk in. I'm already having a conversation.
You're silent, so I'm not sure how you're doing that. You already blow the silence, so you couldn't hear us. That was the whole point.
That's cool.
So
I mean,
unless you've blown the glow of silence out, which is really not garnering trust.
well, it's sort of more telepathic.
Oh, that's even worse. Are you telling us out loud?
Well, yeah. I was talking to Gemini.
Who's Gemini?
There's a little tiny bird on my shoulder.
Oh, it's a familiar. Good God. No, of course he can laugh.
You have a bird.
He has a familiar. It's a wizard thing.
Little tiny.
It's a wizard thing. They help them out. They do little various things for them. It's a
Think like housefinch.
yeah.
The little baby bird.
I wanted one, but you know.
Really?
You don't get fucking.
It was that or a monkey for him.
You should have went with the monkey.
No, I
I
fucking
didn't really
hate
want the
monkeys.
monkey. If I was gonna do a monkey, I was gonna do a pygmy marmoset,
That'd
which
be
are those little ones
That'd be
that sort
cute.
of you can hand
I
on your,
fucking hate
on
monkeys.
your
absolutely.
tiny little finger, and they go
No.
like. Hi.
Which would be useless.
I would have.
No.
It would have been really useless, but it would have been cute.
Alright.
Um,
Oh, he has a familiar.
you want to say hi?
No.
Who?
A familiar, a summoned
Now?
creature that's magically bonded to him.
I don't know. These seem like they're in a bad mood.
I mean, they're not
it's-
exactly nice.
Yeah.
It's just his thing. It's a wizard thing. Don't question it. They need to have their little magical creatures.
Do you want me to back their eyes out?
I'd
helps
rather
them.
you didn't.
It helps him feel
I mean,
superior.
listen, if they're being mean to you.
Well, I know, but
Don't worry,
they're
but he's
sort of
telepathically
warming
talking
up.
to his familiar.
They're
We
gonna
can't
get
hear
like
that. That's
little.
deep.
Yeah, but you're
Sounds
having
like
to throw gifts at them,
talking to himself.
and they're not
No, he's
even
not talking at all. He's just
gifts.
standing there.
They're
drinking.
Oh, he's just.
It's
happening in his
Oh,
head.
this is
You
happening
have to
on his
understand,
head.
Gemini. If I
I
give them
see.
enough gifts, eventually they're gonna like me.
Do you really think that? Because it didn't work with the front desk lady.
Okay, but she'll come around. She'll
Okay,
get there.
I need to expand. I need to unpack that statement. What did you do to the front desk lady?
Yeah. It's a stop moment.
Because your character is notorious for doing weird things with spells.
She just was
She just
sort of-
doesn't
she
like
doesn't
it.
like life or anyone, and I tried to get her a lot of gifts, but she just sort of still didn't like me.
Wonder why.
Oh my god.
You know, they'll come around. Like eventually, like
Do you?
I think so.
You've told yourself this before.
Well, you know,
Later.
at one point, you know, it's gonna work. It's gonna work, and I'll be helpful enough to where they're gonna be, I'll be useful for them, and they'll like me because of that.
So you think these guys are different when they wanted to ask if they could put up a silence spell and keep you out of a conversation that's actually concerning you?
Well, I'm sure they wanted privacy,
Thank you. That wouldn't be too unheard of.
because I mean, according to what they were saying, they sort of had every string attached, and I'm stringless, you know. I'd like to present myself as stringless to them.
Present yourself as loveless.
Are you stringless, or do you like to? We'll unpack that later.
Okay.
God, yes, I really should.
And I'll sort of. So do you guys want the alcohol? I can put it back away if you're not gonna drink it.
There's no need to do that.
Oh, okay.
There's no need to make such rash decisions.
Gotcha. Cool. I'll leave it out if you want it. Do you need anything or?
I think that was a loaded question you just asked.
Okay.
Yes, we need lots of things.
Okay.
I'm not entirely certain you can provide any of them.
Real quick, we did get the scrying rings.
We
He did provide that as well.
I did assist you
Yeah,
with
he
getting
did
rings
get,
of
we all
ancient
have one.
scrying.
You have one too.
Yes,
And
we
I
all
made
have
sure that
scrying
everyone
rings.
would able to get a good one. So you do have a ring of anti.
For Garion's hair, is it like short? Is it
Yes.
curly?
No, my hair is short and cropped at the back.
Okay.
Gemini, I know you're eyeing that thing.
Nest.
Anything that touches me.
Stay on the desk.
teddy bear.
I'm right beside you.
So like
Yeah.
name one. I might be able to get you something.
Out of game, we're looking for something specific, as in a specific set of people, individuals, or how shall I put this, a ring of certain people that are transferring drugs and other unsavory
seven.
things through. No. We don't. One of the 7 is here. I don't want to ask about the whole 7, but there is a specific 1-7. We can't just be like, hey, one of the 7 is here. That means something to us, not necessarily anybody else. So
I don't know what that means.
So the point being, we do need to. We've decided to keep him around. So he can help us, but we don't want to give the whole cake away first. So what's an easy slice we can give that he can work on, that as a party we can work towards a goal without
So,
giving the whole
getting
thing away?
Getting your sister.
Okay, that's one. That's a good one actually.
The only thing we know is that the only thing we know so far is that the drug is not dispersed in its original form. It is being dispersed through the liquor. So maybe where the entire city's alcohol originates from, either from a port or from something.
Not necessarily where it originates from, but where it's stored. Because it'll be originating from various different locations, but usually stored in a handful.
That's also true.
He may actually have access to it because of his friend
So
who
two.
makes the alcohol. May actually know what's going on with the alcohol.
So where the alcohol is stored, your sister,
Your sister.
probably would not be bad to keep tabs on Lavore, but I don't think we want to go looking for her.
No, we don't right now. Again, that's a mid-tier. Once we've developed a little bit of rapport.
I think those are the best two.
Okay.
I really want to kind of leave your sister after
I do too.
the alcohol, because the alcohol seems to be more of a pressing.
Furthermore, the alcohol is going to give us a little bit more insight into what's going on, because we're going to be able to get some information. Okay.
Well, one thing,
Thank you for the
his
easy.
friend kind of backed off on selling him alcohol for some reason. I don't know if it's because we were
We didn't use
pressuring
the skills.
him.
And I think you guys were being mean to me.
Okay. But still, to that point, we can ask him to help us find out about more along the lines of the alcohol thing. That's a simple, innocuous task. We're here to investigate bad alcohol that's making a lot of people sick, blah, blah, blah. It's not exactly a falsity, so we're not going to be lying to you and require a diplomacy check, but it won't give away the entirety of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's false upon the leader.
Designated.
We can go back to their meeting, and then you guys can decide leadership role.
Well,
And
they
it's
rock, paper, scissors.
I was like,
Yeah,
it is a new session.
They've got it figured out.
Everyone just needs to make the opening offer. We could run from there.
Okay. Wait, what am I responding to exactly?
I asked if you guys need anything.
Need anything? We do. We need a lead on the alcohol. Where it's stored, or where it can be accessed after it's been created. Meaning it doesn't have to be where it's stored, but it could be a path along the way. Something that where all alcohol effectively flows through a few access points, whether it's an inspection point or something. That's got to be where it's getting contaminated. Because there's no way every alcohol maker in the city is in on this. So it's got to be happening after the fact.
Could it be possible that it could also be you may also have to look at the ingredients.
Well, exactly, which is why we need to find out who's originally, where this is being. We can test the alcohol. We can do various other things once we find a batch of bad alcohol. And not one that's already in sight, one that's in transit. We're going to try to track this back to its source. It might take several times for this, but that should be where I think we initially ask. We initially ask them, the alcohol in this city, we're here partly to investigate some of the, how should we put this?
Bad alcohol.
Thank you. Some of the bad alcohol that has been coming out of this city. And we don't have to describe exactly what's bad about it, but we do need leads where it's stored so that we can investigate, test, and so on and so forth. We're looking at helping purify it. And better the people of this city, if that's how you want to sell it to this little dweeb. Sorry, dude. That's in-game, not out-of-game.
That was in game?
I meant your dweeb character in-game, not you as a person. Sorry. I meant your...
Gary just called me a dweeb.
Sorry about that.
I don't know. Garion's been very kind of not zealous, but like
No.
He's been.
He's
different.
more like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did.
You step into the deep end.
Yep.
So bad.
We conform here.
Nothing to do with conforming. It has to. I
Convert
have
or
to join
die.
the bell curve with you guys, or I'm going to be left out. So I'm somewhere along the bell curve, and whatever this ridiculousness is.
I decided to place myself out of it with the new character.
Don't worry, we're going to pull you in really quickly. They did it to me.
I don't even know what I am.
Alright.
We're
let me
down
see.
on the start of the
How do I
curve.
go about-
We haven't curved you yet.
So,
Once we start doing your red eye shit.
I need like
So,
water
okay, so-
or food.
So
Reading
this
material.
this Jacob fellow
Oh.
that you got the alcohol from,
Yeah.
who is his supplier?
Well, his family.
His family?
Well, he owns a
His
brewery.
own.
They ran a brewery for like hundreds of years.
Are they well connected with other breweries in the area?
Maybe. I really haven't talked to him about any of this work outside of in the guild.
Do you think you could?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
I can do that. Yeah. Actually.
You sure?
Yeah. You see a desperation in Lucas's eyes.
I feel like somebody should go along with you just to make sure it's on the up and up.
I can do that. I can do, yeah. What do you like? Do you need anything else or?
You know, I think Garion should go with you on this one.
I will gladly come with you on this one.
He just, as you've learned, he has such a way with words.
Okay.
While I share leadership somewhat of this group,
Gotcha.
He does a lot of the talking sometimes, because, again, a way with words.
We shall have the delightful repartee as we continue.
Right.
I'm gonna lay in his hair.
I do actually have a question, because Thummel was there when we got this alcohol. Did he smell any of the drug in this alcohol?
Well,
You guys
Not a bad
never
idea.
we never
checked
asked
it
that.
before
So
you guys started drinking it.
It was
We-
barreled up.
Yeah.
Barreled up, sold.
Okay, I didn't know if...
I haven't had the opportunity.
Yeah, and this alcohol, this whiskey is something different, I'm imagining. Or were we talking about a previous time when we pulled alcohol out?
No,
This
this was the
whiskey.
whiskey.
No. We can take a sample of the whiskey. In fact, I'm going to sample the
Question.
whiskey.
Well, I was
Okay.
gonna say, since I've had would I be able to taste if there's any similarities in anything I've had in the underground, like an aftertaste or anything?
So that's the problem. That's why this has gone on for as long as it has. There's not really an aftertaste. There's not a smell. It's
The only reason he is because of the monastery, right?
yeah. It's almost
Very
like a
subtle.
very very subtle shade. It's a certain thing that you just
Okay.
that looking at it that's hypnotic. That's blue carousel. That's this. It just looks
Okay.
like that.
So we'll just have to have Thunnel come in and whenever he gets back and smell it.
Do you have the equivalency of a magical mass spectrometer here?
Yeah.
I'm
And
I'm gonna insight the fuck out of that one.
I'll just sort of can I cast Unseen Servant and have him go grab one?
I almost did that when he answered me the first time about
Critical fail, don't worry. I believe everything you're telling me, sir. You have a magical spectrometer here.
Yep.
Let's see it.
Magical spec. So now I'll cast. You'll see me cast Unseen Servant. I'll just go. Could your friend grab a magical spectrometer?
I want to see what this thing does.
Okay.
And it brings back this enchanted almost glass thermometer, but it looks almost like a version of a lava lamp,
Oh,
and it just kind of holds it.
this is excellent.
No, have you ever used one of these?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna just take that from you.
Okay.
I'm going to take a sample of the alcohol and run it through the magical spectrometer, since I do know at least how to use this. Jesus, man! Watch.
Okay.
What's your command word for this thing?
What would be my command word for that thing?
What password would you give it?
Yeah, you.
Um.
I would be-
Gemini?
and these are
Orion.
Orion. Oh, how long is this going to take?
You
How long
should
is
take
it gonna
about,
take?
usually take about an hour online, but this is a rather. The ambulance are a
You've
little
never used
slow,
it before. You have no idea.
so you don't know how long this is
I
gonna
don't
take.
really, I haven't used that before.
Uh-huh.
Should I smash it?
And you asked an
No.
unseen servant to bring you back something that they weren't even entirely sure what it was.
I mean, they got the item right, but the
Yeah.
fact that you don't know how to use a base magical item in a tower that you've been subject to for how many years now?
It's about
What have you been
12.
doing this entire time in this building? I knew how to use mass spectrometers when I was like 12.
Oh,
Making the inside of his room look like fucking Hogwarts.
I don't really like. I just sort of, like I don't really do the study part. I just sort of do magic.
So,
I just
you're a wizard. Sorcerer?
yeah.
Even fucking worse. You're a sorcerer. So your power just kind of, comes to you. So why should you ever bother studying, right? Who needs books when you can just will it into existence?
Well, I mean, I have the bookshelf. I use the book. I've never used the tools involved in the measurement of.
You've never thought to use any of the magical tools around you to maybe assist with whatever it is you were doing and not just use on your own
magical
power?
tools, of course I've used.
So, but you've never actually analyzed an object, a magical object?
No,
No, so that doesn't interest you in the slightest.
and not particularly.
What is your interest then as a wizard?
Stars.
But you don't have anything
My
to do
blood.
with the stars. The blood has no do. Who taught you magic? Of course no one taught you magic.
Miss-
You're a fucking sorcerer.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a bit of a problem with non-wizards.
That's no, I'm getting that.
Particularly non-wizards that don't have to do anything and just, fall into their position and power.
I'm
Because
sorry.
Mommy and Daddy helped you out and you just had this innate ability to fucking cast magic.
Wow.
Sarin is cracking the fuck up. Like,
My man is triggered at your existence.
You're letting your inner wizard out right now.
oh, Lord.
If you, I'm sorry
Mm.
for whatever I did.
Darian,
He's a sorcerer.
you're gonna break the poor child.
He should be broken. He's a sorcerer.
Let's not break him. In
You
any
wanted
way.
Millennia of study, absurd,
I-
usurped by little
I-
shits like that who can just pop magic into existence. Who can just think about the weave and it connects together. Do you have any idea how frustrating that is? Do you have any idea how frustrating it is to come from a family who has spent generations studying magic and this... You did magic!
I'd imagine it's very frustrating for you.
I mean, I still study. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up now.
You might want to.
Anyway, so this dinged up thing. Alright, it might take a couple hours for
Maybe
that.
we're coming down to bed.
It might take a couple hours for that to work. I'm gonna go for a walk.
Planted down.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Alright, you do that.
I'm going for a walk.
You go for a walk.
I need to center myself. Your entire existence is a fucking anthem of what I am!
Okay.
I hate it!
No, out of game. It's fantastic. Your character is exactly like, I'm like, you're the worst thing for me to come across. Like, you're not even a wizard. You're a fucking sorcerer. And you're a touch blood level sorcerer. Oh my fucking god. Just go die. Like, as a character.
Excellent.
You chose this.
Okay. Does he want me to use?
It's already been done. Just let it
Oh.
do its thing. It'll ding, but you might not know what it sounds like. So, Seren, it'll ding when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Come
Okay.
fetch me when that happens if you don't mind. Or call for me, or yell, or have him send one of his magical unseen things.
Got it.
Thank you.
It's a magical tester oven.
I'm out of the conversation.
I imagine it being like
Did
an
I
easy bake.
did I do something wrong?
You know, I think you guys are gonna be good friends.
That's not what I was sort of reading from that interaction, but I mean, you know the guy better than I do.
Oh, wait till you.
Honestly, I think he's gonna kill you.
And I think you guys would hear that out loud, because my familiar does speak common.
Son of a bitch. I'm glad I'm out of the room.
Wait, it speaks out loud.
It's a thrush, so it has
Yeah.
it's a songbird,
Oh,
so
God.
magically it can speak English.
Well, did it say it out loud or
Yeah.
did oh.
Please don't kill my bird.
What is that?
Yeah,
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini is a
It's a
thrush.
what?
Well, technically, the classification would be thrush is a type of sort of songbird located in sort of heavier woodlands areas. Please don't kill him, sorry.
How often does it speak?
When Gemini wants to. Please don't kill my bird. I can't stress that enough. No, he's got his hand on his sword.
Of all the people I know, I'm not the one who's been a threat to birds, you know. So
God damn it!
Well, whoever that is, keep him far away from at least you and I.
you know, we won't have to worry about him for a while. I think you're good.
Okay.
I think Gemini's safe.
I don't know. He
I
had his
can't be
hand on
made
his
into
sword.
anything. So he wouldn't want me.
See, there you go.
Yeah,
Gemini's
what?
safe.
What?
You couldn't even like use me as a quill. Like I wouldn't be worth anything.
That is true. You're very small.
Oh, small.
You're very. She's very tiny.
So I'm like,
That's
there's
so
no
chatty.
point.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you know, there's
It's
only
okay, I'm
so
not
many
perfect
talking
alarm clock.
birds.
You'll never miss a beat. I promise.
Gemini, I think for their comfort, just talk to me and.
Srin, I think meat's on the menu.
Let's
Okay, with that comment,
Okay, so
Lucas's eyes go pitch black and he stares at you.
No, I am going to get in between Lucas.
There is a crackle of electricity in the air,
I am going to
and the sky goes dark.
I'm gonna step in between Lucas and Norgig, like Norgig.
Good thing he left.
I think he said I'm looking at the darkening sky now going,
Can we refrain from unaliving anything in this room right now?
Now, you two are my guests. If you speak one more word about killing my familiar, you will cease to exist.
Norgig, leave the fucking bird
just
alone.
pop my head around the corner.
Yes,
You can't
go with
you can't-
him.
come with me.
Go with
You
him.
can't kill from-
Go
I'll
outside.
explain this to you in a way that will make sense. Come on, come on, come on.
Lucas will take a deep breath, and he'll turn to you. I'm sorry about that. I don't
No,
sort of like to, but you know,
no.
if you come for, don't go for Gemini. That's sort of the one thing that I'll say.
He's a bit of a happy trigger, that one. He's a little antsy. He's a little quick to react. So we've been usually on the ball with it, but every once in a while, you know, he goes and does some random things, and I should have warned you, and I did not know that Gemini was able to speak for herself. So, I should have warned you.
I'll say I will warn you, actually. If any of you do that in the future, we're not gonna be okay. I'd like to help you, and I do want you guys to like me, but I will draw a line in the sand somewhere. That's where I'm drawing that line.
This is understood.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
Yes.
Again, if you need alcohol, right there. Whiskey's really good. It's not personally my forte. I'm more of a wine ale drinker.
About helping us now, since the spectrograph is eventually going to give us something on his alcohol, and he can at least still help us find the alcohol location. And now it's really just you and him left in the room, since I've removed Norhig from this situation. Yeah. I explained very calmly to Norhig how he can't just kill a parasite by yanking it off the body. He's going to work his way into it to eventually kill it. Now, to be fair, this isn't to mean that we're going to kill your bird. It's just a way of redirecting Norhig's attention about this. Cool.
It better not be a way to kill my bird.
I understand. I understand what familiars are wizards or not. I'm just letting you know that this is a way of dealing with suspicion boy over there.
Okay.
So yeah, do you need anything other than the spectrograph?
Right. I was really, can you just
Because you did
if
ask me
it's
earlier about Jacob.
yes, is if possible, if you could ask him if he knows
Yeah.
any other people who deal with alcohol
No
in
problem.
in the area.
Yes, I'll do that. And you said your very passionate wizard family friend is going to come along with me.
Yes.
And I am okay with that.
Yeah, at least he's not a threat to
Right,
Jen
right.
and I.
Of course, as long as that does not happen, right is right.
Right.
Pop back in the room.
Alrighty.
Nor will be more level around your familiar gunfire.
Okay, excellent. Don't threaten to kill or eat it.
Well,
That's sort of all I ask, and I
he's
don't feel like
going
that's
to-
asking much.
He's going to make offhand comments here and there about
No, he
eating-
won't.
Not about your bird, but maybe about eating birds. It won't be necessarily related to your bird, and he might pluck a bird out of the sky and just chew on its head in front of you and stare at you really weirdly. But be aware that this is just Norhick's way of making friends. And so, that's the best I can give you right now. I'm not actually lying to you either. Like, he's a fucking barbarian, dude.
His way of
Like,
making friends would be, to me, owner of a bird,
I know,
grabbing a bird out of the air,
I know,
biting its head off,
I know.
and smiling at me.
But I'm just warning you that as a that he doesn't really communicate that well, and sometimes that's the best you can get.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a tribal
Yeah,
thing.
cool. I'm just gonna make sure that's not gonna happen in the future. My bird's gonna be with me.
That's cool.
So if he wants to keep a distance,
No,
that
but
is fine.
can you have the bird not talk to him at any moment in time, or talk around him? That's really all we need. If the bird doesn't speak, I feel
Jim,
like
no, we could just do head time. Hey,
perfect.
just between us, where we don't sort of talk in common.
I mean, just when he's not around. When it's other people, by all means, she can trill all she wants.
I don't want to make you guys uncomfortable.
Oh, we're not
No,
uncomfortable.
you
He's
guys
uncomfortable.
seemed a little bit off-put immediately when my bird talked, which for most birds I completely understand.
So you could have stayed a little bit of hesitation.
Yeah, no,
Well,
so
we've
that-
accepted your bird, all except one person.
Cool.
And just keep your bird not talking about that person, and we're straight. Like I said, she can talk about us. We don't care. We're
That's
talking
cool.
bird.
I think just for general safety of us
Good call.
going forward,
Alright.
we're just gonna keep
So he's
that
Jacob
between
friend
me
of
and
yours.
Gemini. Yeah, Jacob. You met him earlier. My halfling friend works in at least enchantment and
That's good.
abjuration. Yeah, of course. And we're not gonna wait for your other friends, or
No, they've got other things to do.
right?
I'll be
Okay.
here waiting for them.
Excellent. Just make sure that it doesn't get like too mad, or you can do whatever you want. And I'll leave.
As you turn around, you're gonna see her down the rest of the absinthe in the bottle that she has.
Oh boy. That's probably fine. Yeah, no, I'll lead you
it's
over
totally
to
fine to leave me with a whole keg of
Jacob,
alcohol and an empty bottle.
Well, I don't really worship a god.
Of course you don't. You're a sorcerer. Why would you worship anything more than yourself?
Are you gonna be sort of antagonistic to me the whole time?
Just
or-
for a little bit in the beginning. I
Gotcha.
imagine this will work itself out. It's a deep-seated trauma. I do apologize.
Okay, yeah, no, I thought it was personal. And
It isn't actually. It's just how I treat sorcerers until I eventually
Gotcha.
break through that shell of my pure, utter hatred, undiluted hatred towards sorcerers.
Okay,
So eventually that'll fade
right.
because I'm a forgiving person.
Yeah.
I'm all for retribution. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean retribution. That was the wrong word. I'm all for.
Oh.
What's the word I'm looking for? Redemption. Yes, I'm all for redemption.
That's sort of interesting. I was just sort of bored, like, I don't know how I'd redeem. Jacob's office is up this way.
Excellent. Let us go.
Be redeemed for the sins of your past.
Your bloodline will be redeemed. No, the sins
As
of the
they're
father
heading
passed to the
to
son.
Jacob's office, you and Jessamine,
That was a
you're
good
having a
introduction, Meg.
conversation. Is there anything else that you wanted
Really
to
good
say
introduction,
or
Meg.
do
I like
or
that.
anything like that about it? Or you guys just wanted to head on back?
I got nothing to say.
Okay. Alright. So, I will say, at one point, she would kind of pull you aside, just on the walk and go, you know that's what I want to do, right?
What, the vow?
To figure this out? Don't you?
To be honest with you, I don't really trust anybody that's willing to help us. But that's more of a me problem. So, I mean, by all means. But just, I'm not going to be the one you make the vow to. My life expectancy is not rather long. So, anybody
Nobody's
else?
is at least guaranteed, that is.
Yeah, well, mine's probably lower on that totem pole.
I don't know if Caden could rise to that. I think anyone could.
You talking about rising to godhood? That's a horrible idea.
So, you would end up meeting all back together at one point with Seren. And then with him as well. Are you going with those two, or are you staying with Seren?
No.
You wouldn't be going with me.
No, you'd definitely be staying with Sarin.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'd be staying.
Okay. So then we'll
Actually-
go to. Okay, so he's coming back. Did you guys have any conversations that you wanted to have with him, Jessamine, Azura?
I may pull Seren aside. That'd be about it.
Okay, well that's what I'm asking
Well,
now,
yeah,
because if
yeah.
not, we're going to that.
Well, yeah, I'd pull Seren aside before they actually would get back in then. So I'm curious about something.
Okay.
I'll pull out the mask.
You're just gonna see her, because she was in the middle of filling up her bottle with the whiskey. So you're just
Spill
gonna
it all over the fucking floor.
you're just gonna see her kind of just turn it off slowly. What's your curiosity about that, Norhig?
I'm just curious why he wanted it so bad.
Aaron's wants or needs are a mystery to a lot of people, including me. So, I couldn't tell you why he wanted it back so bad. He had a really weird obsession with that thing. Is that all your curiosities?
I just want to know. I kind of wonder what he saw.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not a good look.
You can't be sure. Maybe it would be a great look.
It's not a good look. I can't say the effect it has on anybody else, because no one else has put it on. But for Aaron, it made him a little wacky.
To be fair, the guy kind of did just go through a lot when we rescued him and he put it on.
Yes, but putting the mask on didn't help. It kind of just helped it along.
So what if someone's not
Crazy?
in that bad mindset?
Someone like who, Norhig?
Anyone. The new guy, he seems to be
Nah,
Don't give him back the mask, man.
nah. I don't think he should be the person to give that mask to.
I mean, I don't want
You
to
meet this guy and you're like, hey, here, all the knowledge of the known universe in a single second.
See, I again don't.
You wouldn't know
what it is.
Don't break it.
Can I have the mask?
Trade you.
For what?
I'm interested in your sword.
Which sword? Mind you, Seren has like 3 swords on him.
The only one he's really seen you mess with.
Okay. That.
I just want to look at it and hold. That's it.
That's what you want to do. That's all you want to do.
So look and hold.
So you want to hand me that mask. Just give me the mask altogether. Just so you can hold the sword.
Well, that's not very fair trade.
You already presented it.
It's the trade you put forth.
It's like going to Monopoly and you're like, I'll give you Park Place and Boardwalk. I'll
Well,
take
I
the
mean,
ground.
he's
So.
like I said, he's not.
I just wanna look at him.
that
I know.
Right. So I mean, you're literally explaining it to him, and he's like picking it up like, oh. Yeah, that's not a very fair trade, is it?
No, it's not. But I'm not gonna let you have the sword. Can't have it. Yeah, I think it suits you better. But I do think that it's better if I hang on to that. Just for now. If what happened, I don't want what happened to Aaron to happen to you. And if there's anyone that's gonna put on that mask, it should probably be either myself or Thunnel. Not to say that we would, but if there was anyone that was gonna put on that mask, it would be one of us. Or at least that's how I would prefer for it to be.
You have a mask over him.
Thank you.
Immediately puts it on.
Hey, I can rip it off, or I ripped it off you.
That's true.
Well, -1 strength.
Nick plus 6 strength.
Indeed, roll a 1. Fuck. The point is, okay.
That one will
Didn't
kill
you already owe him out of game? Didn't you already owe him a sparring?
Technically, he has not fulfilled it completely. I said while we were here.
I had to
We're
be
still
on my best
here.
behavior.
We're still here. He still has a chance to fuck it up.
I almost did.
Very much
He
almost
almost
did.
did.
Almost,
Okay.
almost shot the whole
Only
shebang
leave the
out
premise.
there.
Yes, I owe him a spar.
Alright. Alright, so that I'll be like, okay, thank you. I'll be making sure Thunnel hears about this.
I'll be talking to your supervisor.
Pretty much.
Dad's gonna hear about this.
Somebody's gonna get a very glowing review.
Exactly.
Alright. So, real quick, add a game. So we've got multiple distro locations, multiple brewers, multiple locations where the additive can be added. We have when it's made, something compromised and not known to the brewers, meaning the ingredients they're picking up along the way can be compromised with this unknown agent that doesn't smell or taste, and it's very hard to detect. It could be the wheat, the barley, it's being soaked in, we don't really know. When it's moved, i.e. literally in transit, that's the harder way to do it because you've got multiple different things you have to stop and add the additive to along the way. My favorite in this one is when it's stored. Meaning multiple locations where this alcohol can be stored, seeing as it's got to be distro locations for this to be sent out to each brewer within the city itself. There's got to be less distro locations than brewers and less distro locations than actual routes to take there. Our best bet, I think, is to start with distro locations. Getting access to those might be a little difficult, but that's probably where our best bet to start out, where you can have more access to more alcohol and start planning out which ones are compromised. Because I doubt the brewers are involved in this. There's no fucking way every brewer in this city is down with poisoning their alcohol and passing it out, and no one has said a word about this. So conspiracies work with the least number of people fucking possible. And the warehouse district, or the warehouse distro is the best place for that. Workers don't really get checked. Workers are paid low, they're easy to compromise. It's pretty much the best way that you can get in, fuck something up, and get out.
Okay, well, we can ask. Go ahead.
Wasn't that where we ran into the distribution network was where we ran into the drug before in the other city?
It was the port. But that drug was in an extremely pure form though.
Yeah, it had
That wasn't mixed
That
in
could
with
be
anything.
how they're transporting
Correct.
it, and then this is where they're
adding it.
adding it. They were adding it in the other city, obviously, because of the effect on
Yeah,
the people.
but
who
if we
look
figure
out.
out how to do it here, we'll
Then
know
we
how
can
it's being done.
Transfer.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know anything.
No, that's fine. Out of game though, what I'm saying is we figure out how it's done here, we can extrapolate that it's done like that in other locations, and it will allow us to crack that nut in each location easier.
Okay.
It at least gives us an in initially into the network. Whether we fuck it all up or not is on us, but it gives us our fucking in.
Okay.
It's now just you and I, so.
Yeah. No, so this is, and I'll sort of open the door. Hey, Jacob.
Is it just you?
No, and I'll open the door a little bit further and I'll show Gary in.
Hello, kind sir. And I bow, completely different from how I'm interacting with him.
Hi.
Is he cool?
Yeah. You can sense both of that. And I'll try to roll bluff.
I mean, to be fair, he's cooler.
Do you
than
want guidance?
Here's the thing. He's cooler than the other ones, so.
Oh.
Natural 20.
I was like 10.
God damn, dog.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. Yeah, no, he's super.
Okay.
Yep,
But if he's not.
No, he's been real nice. He's been a real nice guy.
Okay.
So, my friend here, he said that he had a few questions for you in regards to, I think it was in the brewery.
Are you a cop?
Oh god.
Are you a narc?
Not at all.
You look like a narc.
Well, it's because I'm a priest of sorts. I'm
So
carrying
you're
a sword,
not-
a shield, and a fucking armor on me, but oh no, not an arc at all. I'm primarily here to solve a different matter altogether than anything that has to do with any illegal or illicit activities you may be committing. I care more about something entirely different from you. You're merely a way for me to gather information. Your little side businesses affect me not.
I'm listening.
Interesting. So, may I take a seat?
Go ahead.
Awesome. So I have.
They're super short chairs.
He
like
wasn't here
human
for that.
chairs that go up
No,
into
no.
your chest.
I'm well aware how this works as a
Okay.
halfling.
Alright,
I know what I
alright.
look like sitting on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to be exceedingly polite here because I haven't really interacted with many people outside of this party yet, and I don't necessarily like the people in this party. I tend to like everybody else. You're different, man.
You were staring right at me.
Oh,
I felt the
the
dagger
point
in
is-
that one.
I can't look at everyone else. I primarily focus on your great shirt, man. Like, it's a
I
wall
really
of red,
don't like the
right?
people in this party.
No, you're fine. I don't mean it like that. But,
Oh man.
so, you seem to have a rather large, or not you, rather the city, has a rather large, alcoholic presence.
Well,
Do you
I
tend
mean-
to distribute this alcohol outside of the city? I'm assuming there are trade routes that, and this is one of the exportable goods.
Like mine?
Oh no, not yours at all. I'm referring more to the city's brewery. You can't be the only brewer in the city.
I mean, my family isn't. No.
How many more are there, if I may ask?
At least 4 or 5 major ones.
Yes, but how many minors?
Don't ask that, man.
No, I just need to know.
I think about 7.
7?
Yeah, they're more like small. I want to say underground, but small businesses. Just kind of trying to make their name.
Okay. And your storage locations for these alcohols, is it less than the amount of brewers that are currently making it?
I mean, I store them somewhere safe.
Well, I would imagine everyone would store them somewhere safe, and I don't need to know your storage locations. I just need to know if there are more storage locations or less than actual brewers.
I mean, I don't talk to all of them like that.
Would I be able to retrieve said information? We can offer you a fair trade.
I don't talk to the breweries like that. I mean, you could just go in and order a drink.
Well, yes, but then talking business matters with random individuals upon which we have no in with tends to not garner the best of results. So I was looking for someone who might be more familiar with the path and might know individuals upon which we can speak to that would give us what we need.
I have like one.
You have one what?
One connection that I can give you. The other guys I don't really talk to.
That's
I have
perfectly
my
fine.
own
Maybe we
business
can get
going.
more connections from that one that you give us. That would be perfectly fine.
Okay.
My next question and final question, I believe.
Do you look over at Lucas?
Yes.
He's a halfling.
Right. So my final question. No, actually, hold on. What? What are you doing?
Well, I thought I'd make Jacob more comfortable if I was sort of the same size as the...
Does this make you more comfortable?
I mean, I've done it before.
I understand that. I'm merely asking for my own edification.
I mean, it's not awful. I mean, it's pleasant making sure that you can sit on my stools and not break them.
Oh, I'm definitely not breaking your stools. The point is, can I ask that you not randomly do this around people that we may not know?
Oh.
You see, out there, when you randomly change into the creature or person...
I know Jacob personally.
I'm aware of that.
I'm sort of aware.
I'm really just warning you in case this happens again in the future randomly, and this is your thing.
Yeah, I don't sort of just talk to dwarves and then become dwarves.
Good. I didn't know. It doesn't look like you have a lot of experience dealing with people, so I'm just curious.
Wow. Yeah.
And sorcerers don't exactly have the most refined sense when it comes to what's right and wrong.
Right.
Cool.
Okay.
Now, what we were saying, the final question I have for you is more of a esoteric one.
Jacob, I swear he's cool.
If
He seems like a narc.
we need, well, to be fair, we are investigating something, but just not for any police or official matter whatsoever. It's merely, we're merely here in a paid matter. Think of us more as mercenaries.
Okay.
Mercenaries. We're not here necessarily to usurp or destroy anything. We have been paid for a task, and we are now fulfilling said task.
I thought you just... What?
What?
What? I thought you just wanted to know more about...
I know, you never asked, and we don't generally give information randomly to people that we just met. That's more of your thing.
Okay.
So, but, I mean, now we're telling you, and so now you know that we're here on a task.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
So this is unfortunately why you don't just stick your nose into other people's businesses, because then you get stuck to them. Like you are now currently stuck to us in this, because now I've informed you of what's going on.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the party.
Oh.
There's really no getting out at this point. Yep. So back to where we were.
Welcome to the same way Norhag got in.
As we were saying, investigating a various ill effects of alcohol that has been coming out of this city, and now we do not believe all of the alcohol in this city is contaminated, nor do we believe even a majority of it is. We do, however, believe one specific line of it is being contaminated and exported out, and we have been hired to find out which brewer, distribution network, or trade personality is involved in that. We're not here to do any harm, to kill, maim, or destroy. This is merely an information gathering mission for us.
I got it all the way.
It's rough in here.
What the hell did you bring here?
Happy 420!
This is Garion.
I'm a holy vindicator of Sarenrae.
He is a holy vindicator of Sarenrae.
You seem a little questioned yourself, as that's news to you.
Yeah, he'll sort of look nervously over at Garion, and then Jacob, and then Garion, and then Jacob. No.
Your friend doesn't like to ask questions before getting involved with business matters that don't generally concern him. He has involved himself in our business matters now, and whereas they tend to be more along the secretive side, we will inform him now of what is going on. I can't inform you yet, but I mean, after we inform him, he may feel...
Honestly, I don't want to know.
Good. This makes it so much easier then.
Help me. You concern me.
Honestly, I've heard this many times. I can show you if you wish. It will cause no harm.
I don't fucking know. No, man. I don't fucking know. I thought I was helping people. I don't know.
It's just a quick demonstration. It would prove my intent and who I am. But it wouldn't really be for your benefit. It would be more for our new companion's benefit.
So am I not a companion then? You're asking
Not
a lot
yet.
out of me for not to be
And we
considered a
will
companion.
trade and pay you for said information. This is a transactional relationship, whereas this is becoming more of a personal one.
What do I get?
no.
What do you get out of it?
Yeah.
That's what the discussion has to happen after we are sure you have the information. Like I said, we just need a contact. Seeing as we don't want to really get you too heavily involved in this.
Well, I'm not just giving you a name without you telling me what I'm going to receive from them.
Oh, exactly. No, I understand that. We'll get to the negotiation part in a second. Again, I feel like our new friend here has questions now that he would wish to ask.
You really bring some asshole people around.
They're gonna be nice.
I've been nothing actually but nice with this guy.
Do you think throwing more gifts at them is really going to fix everything?
Oh my
You've been
God.
nothing but nice to this guy.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
We've been talking in front of him.
I know. I understand the dynamics that are happening here. I'm doing it on purpose.
Yeah. Bench. You know what? Here, Can I roll diplomacy? On Jacob to try to at least convince him that he's okay. Like you should deal with this guy.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
That's natural one. So you see,
Fuck me.
you see Lucas go. No, he's been nice. He's been nice and he hasn't yelled at me.
Don't lie to him.
He's been really mean.
I will be.
He's been really mean, and then he yelled at me for being a sorcerer, and I really don't know why. And I offered them drinks from the barrel that I bought you. This normally does like the only one who's been this mean is Talia, and she works front desk.
Have you been drinking?
I don't know. I thought it'd make them more comfortable. I don't like whiskey, but I think I got the
Whiskey
glass.
doesn't like you either.
Like beads of sweat. You normally Jacob would know he's a lot more like put together than this.
Yeah.
But somehow being amongst this group of people,
It's just causing him to short circuit. Yeah.
That's okay. I literally put my hand on your shoulder, and thankfully, due to my class, by doing so, I can literally just calm you with force of will. I just calm you. Relax. No one will bring harm to you here. And you can speak honestly among us. No. You're not gonna relax. I don't control you! This isn't Jedi mind trick! You're no longer sweaty, you're no longer like freaking the fuck out. You're just calm. My God, you know how calm emotions works? You were a cleric!
everything is fine.
Anyway, it was just for a second. But you don't have to lie. I don't like you. I will be straight up honest. I do not like him. And it is more for generally who he is. But
That's sort of
personal
not
thing
what
for
you want
me.
to say to someone.
That's a personal problem for me. And the rest of our party does, in fact, at least act neutral towards him.
No, they
I will
don't.
warm up. Yes, they do. There's only one other party member that doesn't, and it's your bird they hate, not you.
Immediately, this guy didn't like. Well,
I wasn't here for that.
Yeah. Well, your
Eh?
character, scratch from the record, your character would have known that he was kind of a dick.
What did you do?
Okay, you're gonna have to describe how
It was
a
the
dick.
same. It was the same thing that they did.
Yeah, it was more
The,
though.
the same energy that you gave to
Okay,
us.
but in my
Gave
defense,
to me,
you started
you
out
gave
with,
to me.
I paid a bounty for a murder because I was interested in
Okay,
this guy.
and
That's all I got.
You have done horribly in introducing yourself to this party, so you're gonna just accept this drubbing.
Oh no! She only gave me information that was.
Hey,
Hey, fuck you, man!
And to be fair,
I'll bring Aaron's ass back right now and put you in your bed.
Thank you. That's literally what I wanted. You're doing me a favor bringing everything back. Then I don't be angry toward the sorcerer.
here's the thing. Also, you were using a lot of magic in front of a barbarian who.
Yeah.
How am I supposed
But
to
again,
know?
you don't know.
You
But
don't
you don't
know.
know, and that's why this whole dynamic is kind of fucked up.
Nope.
So I am being dead honest when I literally turn around. I'm just like,
They've been really not nice to me.
and there's been two of us that haven't been nice.
Why do you expect me to be nice to you if you're not
He's been
nice
nasty to me.
But to be fair, it's more. This is not. We're not trying to
Collectively.
be friends. I'm not trying to make friends here.
Do you
I'm
want me
trying
to- do you want me to
This
name
is
you
a
as an
barter and a
exception?
thing. I don't have to like a merchant that I'm bartering with.
You're so
The point is,
Except
yeah,
she's
because again, we haven't gotten to the
neutral.
negotiation part. We're still at the part where we're discussing emotions and feelings. And in this particular state, I don't like him. Again, do a familiar matter. Way back in my past, I will get over it, and soon I'm sure him and I will be good friends.
Yeah, I didn't
I
hear
can't
that,
speak
though.
for one of the other party members we have. He can be a little aggressive, and our barbarian doesn't like talking things, and his bird talks. So there are various reasons why there have been some prickly moments in our interactions, but this will work itself out. And again, what you will get out of this is whatever you would be asking for. It could be a favor, it could be a task, could be gold, could be an item. Again, this is a bartering. What do you need and what do you want from this? What would you like? What do you think is a fair price for a contact of information?
Ask them to be nice to me.
You know I like you, right?
Oh God.
Not that much.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't like mean it, but sorry. I'll shut up. Just sort of sit quietly as a halfling.
I want you to go drop off a letter for me.
A letter?
Letter.
I enjoy so being a postman.
And it's more a photo?
Great. So now I'm a photo delivery service. You know what? Fuck it. That seems a pretty minor task, but a task that I will gladly accept. Now, where am I delivering the fucking photo?
It might literally be a fucking photo. You realize this?
I'm
So
aware of it.
it's to the Sweaty Dog, which is one of the brewing companies.
Just makes it easier.
It is also the place that he was going to address you.
I feel like this is gonna fuck us. Carry on.
So it's not really like sealed, it's more just folded in like 4 little squares and just kind of handed to you.
Now, I have to ask, can I look at the contents of said letter?
I don't care, just know
Well,
that
I-
it may make you uncomfortable.
If you don't care, but the person I'm bringing this to, would they care if I read the contents
Oh
of this
yeah.
letter?
Well,
Excellent.
no,
What?
they wouldn't care. I mean,
What?
they're gonna care that they receive it regardless.
Mm-hmm. You know what? We'll deal with that in a minute. Fantastic. I will deliver said letter. And I pocket the letter. So, I'm just going to write letter down until I can get into my character. So, I have Brewer's letter.
And the Sweaty Dog.
Brewer's letter from Halfling.
Jacob.
I know. Gaffling. Perfect. I'm going to keep it. Brewer's letter from Gaffling. To Sweaty Dog.
Can't believe it. It's not Salty Dog. The
Nope,
Sweaty
the
Dog.
Sweaty Dog.
The Dog Brewery. Alright.
I'm still looking for the salty spittoon.
Alright.
Goofy Goobers is next door.
Excellent. And I
Yeah,
imagine we would
yeah,
receive the contact's name after we complete said task, or is this? I know you told me out of game, but
Just go there and you'll meet with a very unique individual.
may I ask the name of the individual upon which we're meeting?
He goes by many. He'll tell you which one he prefers.
That's
Oh
understandable.
no.
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna write that down. Guy of many names.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna write next to it. Terrifying.
Terrifying.
It really is, because I'm
Terrifying.
It wouldn't.
guy of many names.
It wouldn't be. I really don't know.
I don't know either.
It could be.
It might be.
Okay. Well, so okay. Shall we continue back to the room?
A man of many personalities.
Yep. Sure. We can do that. We can head back and maybe your friend will. The other. Yeah. And I'll just sort of walk out of the room and undo alter self so that I grow back to human size.
I thank him and bow. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And
Thanks,
I'll-
Jacob. I'll catch you later, okay?
Yeah. Don't bring him around here again.
I'll try not to. Okay, we can head back to my study.
Excellent. Please go.
Perfect. And sort of just I'll walk listlessly.
And I cheerfully follow along behind him. Humming hymns to Sarenrae as I go.
Oh, he really is.
Yes, I really am.
Nice.
Would Donald have made it back before they?
That was gonna be my question too.
Well, I mean, then that would be because I want to. Did you mention the? Did we mention the alcohol in game or out of game?
To who?
Testing it with Donald.
I don't know. He wasn't back there
That was
when
out
we
of
came
game.
back.
He
That was
wasn't
out of
back there.
game. He doesn't know about
Well,
it.
now that he's back,
He would know when we came back, or if you guys chose to tell him.
That's what I was.
You guys, you know about the testing.
Yes. And Donald is coming back, so we can assume Donald knows about the testing as well.
Donald and Jessamine are.
So
Yeah.
he could actually smell it if he needed to.
He could, yeah, but by the time we're done with this, I'm hoping the spectrograph's gonna be fucking done.
Well, that way we know for sure.
Yep, you have two ways of knowing, so that works for me.
Better
So,
not, you know.
do we arrive to Brother Donald back in the room?
Or what is?
Yeah.
Do you guys do anything before?
Yeah, we should probably.
Yeah, so the
let you do your
Thunnel
thing.
will already be in the room. If you two wanted to have a conversation with Thunnel or Ozra or Jessamine, that is the time to have said conversation.
I think you two would probably come back to Seren sipping whiskey out of a cup that she found. And it's just her. I'm just kind of chilling.
So we just walk back in.
And you guys, yeah, I'm just sitting there.
At least for when he walks back.
When
in.
Oh, God,
We're not.
Bye.
Yeah, when he and Jessamine walk back in.
Did somebody die?
No,
Oh, it's just
this is just the whiskey that he bought. The only keg of whiskey.
So you're like halfway done.
I mean,
God damn.
I don't know
It's
about.
hammered.
She's putting down handles.
3 and 6 handles
But
that.
heavy-
Oh, just started!
Heaviest weight imaginable.
I was gonna say, what makes you think it's halfway gone?
It's just you in the room with Norheg
Yeah,
and
but
Azra.
you don't even know how empty or full that thing is.
Go to check.
Please check.
Walks up, taps it with foot.
There's a significant amount missing because there's a good amount in my bottle. Like the bottle's probably the absinthe.
You got one of those ridiculous fucking
Yeah,
glasses.
Why are you making an assumption like I drank the whole thing? Okay, that was really easy.
Yeah.
Is this
Well,
I
barrel
was just gonna look.
enchanted?
I was just gonna look back at you.
What? Honestly, come on. Do I sound like I'm drunk?
Look, we both know you can handle your liquor, but the liquor cannot handle you.
Exactly. So do I sound like I'm drunk?
I just want to make a perception check to see how much liquor I can smell there is.
Sounds like I'm drunk.
Yeah, exactly. You roll a 1 and everyone else around you thinks she's slurring and you think she sounds fine.
Let a drunk person do this and you backflip on your face.
Oh gosh, 32. If it's the old cheat still.
What?
I haven't leveled yet, technically.
Oh my god. So.
You haven't leveled yet?
You told me it was gonna be an RP. That's what I've been keeping the old
I
cheat.
meant like literally. Have you actually made a new one though with him leveled?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay, that's
Oh,
what
okay,
I'm
well
saying.
then it's fucking 34.
Well,
I thought you were sitting here literally not.
No, you were like,
touching
it's
your-
gonna be an RP thing. We'll RP the level up. Okay, cool. And then you're just like,
Nine?
yeah.
What level are you?
I'm 9 now.
No,
Okay.
I was making sure that you had the other one.
Oh, yeah.
Like another one made. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
that
no,
it
I
was
got
still,
both. I got
like,
the level
okay.
7 and I got the level 9.
Okay, level 7 is crazy. Okay, so with the level 7 right now, because level 9 will be like tonight, because you don't fucking sleep anyways.
he meditates.
All right. So
32.
You have a
Trying to figure
32.
out
It
how much
isn't-
liquor.
Oh, well, I mean,
I'm not
it
even
isn't-
smelling the barrel yet. I'm trying to figure
Oh,
out
you're
how
trying to
much
figure
she
out.
is emanating liquor.
Oh, I mean,
With-
she smells like a rum cake right now.
yeah, with the cup that I've had,
So-
even though it's full, the bottle's full. I've probably had at least 4 cups.
Couldn't have waited.
They call that a
Couldn't have waited. I mean, I know I was at a meeting, but I mean, Jesus.
Oh, you guys are taking so long. I mean, what do you want me to do? You want to just leave it sitting there? It looked lonely. You needed
Just, maybe 2 cups slower.
You want the rest of this one?
Fuck yeah.
There you go. See, there you go.
Sorry.
Fucking hell, you two.
When did you start drinking? Every single time Aaron offered you alcohol, you were like, no thanks, I only smoke out of my phone.
Well, see, slowly but surely.
Corrupted by syringe?
Yes.
We've been fucking chipping him down.
Instead of converted by the priest, it's corrupted by the fucking duelist.
Yeah, pretty much. So you feel better?
Not really, but I appreciate the attempt. I think
You
I
can
need to
drink
drink.
more.
I think I'm gonna need to drink.
Yeah, you could drink. You could drink plenty more. You need to catch up anyway.
Where are the other 2?
They. Yeah, it's a funny story actually. So, Garion. He just kind of well. He and that Lucas dude, that guy, they went on a walk, and they went to go talk to Jacob, who supplied us this keg of liquor here, and to go see if they knew any others. Cause he being Lucas asked me if there was anything that we needed, and I needed to know if his liquor supplier knew anything about any of the other liquors in the area. So I sent him to go have a conversation, and I told Garion to go with him. Since, they're great pals now.
Some Blue Lotus would have been nice too. But, I think we can settle for the breweries.
Yeah, every time we try to shoot for that, it doesn't seem we don't seem to find it.
Then he would have been a step up in my book. Then maybe he would have been a good member of the group. But,
I know. And today seems like such a nice day to have it.
It really does. I need to get a new pipe though, because I did kind of give mine away.
You gave it away?
Yeah, as a parting gift to the stupid cleric.
Oh.
I loved your other character.
He's not gonna do anything with that pipe. That was
I don't know. He seems like a sentimental one. He'll put it on a desk or something. I don't know. Use it as a paperweight.
Oh, he gave me a flask.
Fine.
He gave you a what?
Well, the flask. Yeah, he gave me a flask.
Now this motherfucker's holding out alcohol.
No, it's just the flask that he kept. I don't know if there's anything in it.
There's for sure alcohol in there.
I didn't even know that.
Can I see that movie? Just for a sec?
Like he's never opened it or anything.
Just go pop it open.
Gatorade.
And drink it.
It's Gatorade.
Oh my god.
No. I okay, yeah, and I did it, and I'm just like,
You might as well just put a fucking drain cleaner in your system.
She pretty much.
I've already tasted it before. I've tasted it before, so I already knew when
Green alcohol.
Yeah, when I knew it when I smelled it, so I was just like,
Ugh. All right.
whoo! Yeah, that was, whoo! You save that for special occasions only.
I can smell that from here. No, I'm not drinking that.
Don't drink that.
Okay.
No one said anything about drinking it.
I can.
You save that for special occasions only, Nordic. Okay.
I get to deal with that.
Okay.
I got a weapon coating now.
Did we check this alcohol, this barrel, for? Are we just?
I just drank it because he drank it,
There's a
and
magical thing checking it you do know about though.
huh?
The spectrograph is checking the alcohol.
Yeah, there's a
Spectre thingy majigger thingy.
there's-
Labuki thingy.
there's this thing here that they put the alcohol in that's supposed to be testing it for that, and
You gave me a weapon.
yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll just take a sniff. We're just gonna sniff the barrel. I don't know. I guess.
I'll sniff the barrel.
Smell the barrel.
With a 1.
No.
Good.
No.
It's be 33.
Jesus, son.
So it doesn't. smell exactly like it, but there is something about, and again, it's not the liquor, like you smell it in the cup. It's not the liquor that has the smell to it. It's almost like the barrel itself has almost like that very, very, very faint, like musky tinge that normally this prescription that's spread around is.
Interesting.
What if it's actually, yeah. What if it is actually the wood itself, aka the lumber they're growing, they're watering it with this inside of it.
It could be that either that or they're just soaking the barrels in whatever this.
Yeah, but why go through the trouble of using an old druidic grove?
That's why I was
Yeah,
thinking.
why go through all the trouble of using an old druidic grove if you weren't planning on doing this? Because you can detect a problem with a barrel. That's easy. But if the wood itself had a slight musky odor to it, and it was made into barrels, and it was just a cheaper alternative, it was presented as a cheaper alternative to barrel makers, then this couldn't just be limited to alcohol. But the point being, this would be a very nasty way of fucking up a city if you literally changed its supply of lumber to something poisoned. And that is something you can do.
Or enchanted.
Or enchanted, because he's right with that. If this is a non-smelling, odorless, additive chemical, and they figured out how to make it just like work with plants, they could literally be growing this in there. And he's right. If you give enough nutrients to a plant like that, it will start breeding out to that point. Any trees do it all the fucking time.
And
that's why certain trees bleed red, yellow. It depends on the minerals it pulls out of the ground.
And remember, how much powder we found there.
They're using it large scale somewhere, and it's not just a dust of barrels. That would be a hell of... How are you getting all these barrels to dust them? You're not. If you're controlling where the lumber's coming from, or you're controlling the barrel making itself.
Well, I mean, yes and no.
It's a good idea to try the track, is all I'm saying.
Yes and no, because I mean, there was a machine that that Seren fell into where she got sprayed with that shit.
Ah, that's right. The vial dropped out of the area, so it would have dropped into the barrel at that point and poisoned the barrel. So they could be making, maybe it's not necessarily they're growing the wood, but they could be making the barrels. They could be providing the lumber and the barrel supplies themselves.
And then they're just coating the inside of the barrel.
Correct. Well, you wouldn't even have to coat the inside of the barrel at that point, because then you would have the broken vial in the barrel when you pull it out. But if you had the wood and you were just running the timber through there and poisoning the timber at that point, then you got that right there. And if all you're doing is exclusively selling it for barrel making, you know you're going to hit the alcohol supply at that point.
So I think we can still stay on the track as far as going to the brewery, because we will be able to actually ask them where they get their barrels from.
There we go. I know. You're right.
Find where they get their barrels from. Find where they get, and just start.
I do think we should empty this barrel though.
Yeah.
And possibly bust the top open and actually investigate inside of it. I don't know. I mean, you'd probably break a piece of wood off of. Easy. Selectively break.
You're letting me break something.
I don't know. I don't want to get rid of the barrel even after we empty it, because it might still hold some good evidence. Aren't barrels usually marked though?
So barrels can be marked if they're coming in from a reputable dealer and source, but if someone just offered a good enough price for these barrels and they're high enough quality made, then no, they don't have to always be marked where they're
but
from.
But it might not be a bad idea to look for a mark.
No, you're 100% right. Most barrels that made by standard manufacturers would mark them to be their barrels. It's a burning print they would put on them. So you're right.
Okay.
Yes, Ren. Can you help me see if there's a mark on this barrel?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look at the barrel. Do I need to make a check or anything, or just look at it and see?
Would I be able to lift it up for her? That way, if there's anything like on the bottom or anything?
Probably with it being still half full right now, no.
I would gladly make a strength.
I'm just saying, with how big this barrel is, probably not.
We can
the only way
probably
he could transport
lean
it
it.
was because of his bag.
Okay.
Well, we both can probably lean it over.
27.
Not that you see. No brand, no mark, no distinguishing factor.
I'll say this.
Just
Also,
a normal whiskey barrel.
you have other people looking into this matter specifically. This is one of the reasons why Aaron left to go work on his own to create like a separate sort of like arm of this investigation with Lady Luck in the underground. So at least if you need to reach out for contact for them, they might also have found something in some time.
Yeah, in time. It's only been a couple hours, honestly.
Yeah,
In game.
it's not been that long.
So, I have a different proposal for you as a wizard.
What?
No, out of game. Different proposal for you as a wizard. Right now, we're not able to visually identify any markings on this barrel. It doesn't necessarily mean there are any magical markings on this barrel that we can't see. And it would not normally pop up and be checked for, meaning customs isn't generally checking for individual markings on barrels, and they aren't going to cast see invisibility on every fucking piece of thing that comes through.
Yeah.
We do need to know possibly if this barrel does have it, so I don't know what set of magic you have out of game. Like, what is your subset of magic? Are you an evocation after?
I don't have a.
Did you choose? Oh, you didn't choose subclass.
I'm a sorcerer, but a lot of my spells I'll say are evocation specialties.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Still, you should still be able to do this. It should be a basic third level spell, I think, for this.
I can't prepare.
Huh?
I'm a sorcerer.
I know you're not a sorcerer. That's why I'm asking. I know most of you said evocation, but did you take any non-combat related spells or evocation related spells?
Yes.
What did you take?
Okay.
That isn't directly combat related, and I mean that would be relatable to this. Don't just name off. Like, do you have something that would work in this scenario? Something that would like see glyphs, see some kind of marking, something that would see invisibility, something for detect magic.
Detect magic.
Would even show that there's a mark that we can't see.
Detect magic, read magic.
Read magic and detect magic are good ones. You're gonna have to detect first before you read it. But point being, yes, that's the most basic thing that we could do at this point to look at that barrel. So, when we get back, we'll have to do that. I just wanted to make sure you didn't, like, you had some sort of support spells in the sorcerer.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of
Okay.
support spells, but just not.
Not related to this, which is fine. I kept getting the idea of diviner because you were doing the star thing, but I totally get you went differently.
It's just, hey, listen, man, that's where my blood comes from.
Okay.
Alright. So, the plan is to do what now?
Well, when we get back in, I was gonna say, when we show back up, we need to, since you guys have identified the barrel, do more investigation in the barrel, go over it head to toe. Take it, I mean, don't take it apart, but the point being, like, take it as far apart as you can, like, separate, look this up, and when he gets back, we're going to use, magic really, to see if we can see anything else that might be hidden on this barrel.
Got any empty bottles?
So, I mean, I have some spells too that can work for this, I just wanted to see if he had some too.
Oh, I would also spend some key points to revert Jesseme's timer back.
Alright.
How many do you want me to burn?
Let's say 3.
Okay.
Just because of kind of where she's at.
No, we're trying to keep the barrel intact.
Okay.
No, intact. Completely intact.
Mainly intact. What are you talking about?
Like, you know how you like cut a barrel in half and like it.
Do you believe that your sword would cut the barrel in half or crush it?
A great sword's still slashing damage, so I believe it would still.
But it's like.
Yeah, but realistically,
It's this thick, man.
Yeah.
Realistically, no matter what you're hitting when it's that thick, you're bludgeoning. It's bludgeoning at that
It's
point.
slashing damage, but it's more cleaving.
And things don't cleave cleanly. It's more of a myth. Alright.
How would he bridge that top?
Just do it while you're cleaning or while you're inspecting.
Siren, on a different topic, as he's literally like gliding his hand over a fucking barrel. You remember? Shush. You remember the whole memories thing, like looking back and trying to remember stuff when we were in Azra's pocket house thing?
I mean, I remember you and Aaron speaking about it, about how you guys remembered some stuff about your past.
Yeah. I know I told you to, we probably shouldn't, but I think it wouldn't hurt to peer back into your memories.
I wouldn't even know how to go about doing that. I don't even know how you two did it.
I can help. I can teach you some meditative, and I can also guide you with key as well.
You really think that's going to help?
It couldn't hurt.
I was really trying to avoid this option.
Yeah. Well, I was also trying to avoid having to sit here and rub a barrel. But here we are.
Yes.
Two valid points.
There you are, rubbing a barrel.
The liquor was good though. It'll also help since you're a little inebriated. Kind of really flushes out the memories.
Oh, goody. Okay, well, sure. I'll try it, I guess.
I don't know why you fucking said that.
Wow. Real quick, I do have one question. If I did a nature check, would I be able to tell like the type of what it is, or like?
Yeah.
Do you have knowledge nature?
I do have knowledge.
Probably
nature.
because of the region that you are from. No.
Okay.
Where are you from?
I don't.
Oh.
I'm
Sorry.
going to throw something.
I didn't remember. It's like when I talked about him
If the
seeing
region
something.
that you're from, you
What
wouldn't,
region is he from?
you wouldn't be too familiar with it.
Okay.
You're pretty far away from home.
You know about nature, but you don't know where the fuck what nature you know about.
No, it's to me the way I have to treat it with you right now is it's almost like a favorite terrain because you grew up in a very particular type of environment. I can't go in because I'll be giving you a whole bunch of shit that you have to figure out. But that's why. I mean, you've heard of trees, but you don't really fully know what trees are. Like environment.
Wow.
Bro, you come from a fucking hellscape.
Like
Certainly.
it's not fun.
Like,
Do I fucking come
you
from
come
a
from
desert?
Mars. You come from fucking Mars, dude.
I'm starting to fucking think that. Is there a fucking mirror in this place?
Like, goddamn.
Not in this room.
Is there a mirror in your room? Because we're in his room, he would know.
So memory diving.
I can get you a mirror when I come back.
No, I don't. If there's not one, I'm not dealing with it.
Memory diving.
Maybe include Norik so I can learn what trees he knows
Say
about.
Kumbaya and do it together.
Norik is in there.
Yeah, I am.
This is
Not you.
Oh my god. This is the fucking Ren Fair all over again. Jesus. Bryn, why did you do
What
that?
do you mean?
You've heard of trees.
She's doing two things.
Trees are made of what?
Oh my god, that fucking dude.
Carbon and
And they're
oxygen.
not alive.
Yeah.
All dead trees as far as the eye can see.
You mentioned wood, and he's like, I've heard of
Justifying killing trees. Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I'm not the monster here, you are.
Okay.
Stand up, it helps.
You ready?
So how do we do this memory thing?
Get in a position that is comfortable for you, almost like you're gonna go to sleep.
She's gonna find. Is there like a couch nearby? Is there a couch nearby in your space?
In my study,
Where what is there like a space to sit?
Shayla,
there's like
Shayla.
an armchair.
No shade lounge since you're one of
I mean,
them
you've slept on
hoity-toity
worse.
kids.
I'm not a hoity-toity.
You are a hoity-toity rich kid.
Alright. She's gonna go over to the armchair and kind of just like sit sideways in it. Just like drape like legs over one, head over the other.
Just take slow, deep breaths and try to fall back into it. Even if it's just a thread, just give it a little grab and a little pull. And he would push key into her to make it a little easier to find the thread. I don't know, man.
Okay, how much are you pushing in?
How much key are you pushing in this thread?
Do you have to say it like that?
I'm just repeating what was said.
You
Are
know
you
what?
sure you're not a Sarah?
Just to guarantee that
Are we
we're gonna
sure
try to
she's
do
on your
something
team?
too.
Are we sure you are not secretly
Two.
an agent of Calistera?
Yeah,
You pop Porky in. She goes, "Is it in yet?"
Oh, fucking great.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Back to you.
Okay,
Sorry. You're welcome to go again.
go ahead and roll a Constitution check.
Jeez.
Oh, shit.
That's not great.
That's a 4.
You did need to get under, so you're fine.
Oh, fantastic.
So you do end up getting ripped into that current, but it's odd. The same kind of smell currently that you have in this room, the whiskey, the smell of the wood, the ocean, it's all very familiar. And you do find yourself aboard a vessel, drinking out of some rather dinged up, but slightly rusted and intricate, like cups, or not chalices, but like steins. And you're on a ship somewhere, in the middle of the water.
Okay. Do I write? Okay. Intricate steins. Huh. What's on the stein? Like, what is the stein?
They're just intricately
Oh, they're just intricately crafted,
They're
okay.
just not. They're not in good quality. They're
Not
just
good
dinged
quality.
up and shit.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot
Vessel.
here.
Okay. Huh. Okay, out of game. What the fuck do I do?
See if you know any. You can see any faces that you can look into. If you can hear any conversations, any noticeable like features of the ship.
Okay. Do I need to make a perception check for that? Alright. I will do that.
Explore the ship. Be a sailor.
Yeah. 26.
Ooh.
So it's not like a large vessel by any means. It's not as big as some of the ones that you saw in the local harbor around here. It's a little bit bigger than Lavor's, but not by much. Kind of very similar layout as well to hers, but again, not very intricately done. It just seems like it's there.
This needs to be French mage tomorrow.
But no other people. It's just quiet.
Okay. And where? Okay, am I sitting like on a deck, or am I just kind of like?
You're like
sitting
in one of like
the
the
rooms?
decks, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're probably on like the second level, so not like the bottom, but probably second.
Can I get up and walk around?
Yeah, I mean you're walking around, you look at it, you know the layout's very similar to Lavor's.
But there's no one up here.
Nope, there's no one up there.
Even if I explore the entire thing.
Correct. There's nobody on the ship with you.
Great. Travel through my memories, and I find an empty boat.
Anything on the sails? Like lettering?
Okay. What flag is it? Is there a flag that
There's
it's
no flags. It's just your sails, but that's it.
What do the sails look like? They're just white sails?
They're just green,
They're green sails.
Green.
but they are plain Jane. Nothing, no intricate details, no insignia, no nothing.
Okay. Okay. I'd imagine I'm wearing my clothes, the clothes that I have on. Am I wearing like the same clothes that I?
Yeah.
Everything else is on me. Everything's the same.
Check to see if you have a captain's hat.
Can I go into the captain's chambers?
No, you cannot.
Can I knock on it?
You can knock on the door.
Yeah.
No answer.
No answer. It's locked.
Pick that shit.
What? I don't have anything to pick it with.
Do you?
No, I don't.
Cannot pick.
I don't have any lockpicks on me.
You don't have a thieves kit?
Hmm?
You don't have a thieves kit?
No. How am I supposed to get into the Okay, so the captain's quarters are all empty. Or it locks. And everything else is empty. How am I supposed to get in there? I'm just gonna like call out and say hello.
No response.
Okay. Out of game, I'm completely lost. I don't know what the hell to
What
do.
should she do in this situation?
Like, I don't know what
There's
to do.
not much right now that rifling through your memories without certain things will do.
Such as?
I can't give those things away.
Okay.
Would it have to be another person? Would you have to do it along with someone? Like, that's why Funnel and I, maybe we had a connection. Maybe there's someone else in the party that if you do this alongside, there could be something. I don't know, man. I'm tossing stuff that I know.
I don't know.
You have to get out of here. There's nothing you can do here. So you don't have what's required to actually access your memories. I'm assuming the captain's cabin is where your memories are going to be, and it gives you access to the ship, so you can sail to the point of where you're actually going to be. Now, this is just an over extrapolation of how the mechanic works. But the point being, without access to that captain's ship, you can't get in. You don't have a way of picking it, locking it, smashing it, breaking it. You're technically on a ship, and if you are on a ship, you're sailing the astral plane right now, which makes it an incredibly dangerous thing to start breaking things on this ship, or fucking with the ship in any way when you don't have means of controlling or moving it. Recommendation: get the fuck out of here. You don't have a way of doing anything here right now until we get a specific object that allows
That's
you to
what I
do it.
was thinking.
You'll know the object, I imagine, when you have it.
I will say though, green sails is
That's a good one.
rather unique though.
It is.
I don't see that happening very often. I don't see much, but I don't see that
Wait,
happening
yeah.
very often.
Wait, what was Lavor's?
I don't.
Wasn't
Lavor's
green?
It
Yeah,
was
the
green.
ship was green.
The
I
ship
don't
was
know
green.
if the sails were green.
Okay.
No, the sails were
The
green.
sails were green. That was what it
That was how we were
That's how you
identified
know
by the
you're
green sails.
Okay.
So what if
But it's
Yeah.
it's not a large vessel, but it is
larger
than Lavore.
But it could be a similar faction, if you would.
Like she might have something connected to you, because she never saw you. She only had a conversation with Funnel and Jessamy.
And then we all fucking ran.
And then we
Yeah.
booked
This
it.
is true.
But that being said, she doesn't really like us,
And she also was speaking through the dolls.
and she was speaking through the thoughts.
I think it's still a piece of information nonetheless.
It is.
And that's more than what we had before. So.
So take it and run with it, but don't stay too long here.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna back out, I guess.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm gonna wake back up.
You wake up. It's been a few hours later, but you're laying there. He comes out of it with you, and minimal. It was almost like relaxing, just being there for a little bit, even though nothing happened. Still like a hard reset.
I feel better.
That's definitely different. I didn't exactly feel better, but to each their own, I guess.
Well, physically I feel better. Mentally I am confused as fuck.
So we're still at start? Same point?
I don't know if we're at the same starting point. I was on a ship. I was on a ship and there was nobody on it, but the captain's quarters were locked.
By this point, we'd already be back.
Would we?
Yeah, several hours
Several
later.
hours later, yeah.
Bro,
you
unless
guys
we
would
went
be
somewhere
back.
else dramatically different, like.
I'm trying to check and see.
Yeah, no, you guys would be back.
Can you describe the surroundings outside the ship?
It wasn't really going anywhere, or anything, or any. It wasn't
Was
going.
it blackness? Where were you? What was outside the ship beyond the gunnels and rails?
Just dark, vast, open water. That's it.
Just water and darkness and space and.
Do you see any I don't want to cut in.
Did I see any what?
No, carry on. You're magical.
Sky. What did the stars look like?
There were no stars. It was just like a dark vastness.
Oh.
Was she on the astral plane?
Makes sense. I mean, either it was heavily overcast, but if she didn't see a cloud in the sky, and this was inside her own mind.
There wasn't anyone there, but I couldn't access the captain's quarters.
Barred from her own
You
memories
get
in the
chilly?
astral plane.
Do you want to slay
I was
it,
feeling
or-
it too. I was seeing what happened with things around me.
Yeah,
Got it?
I understand that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Barred?
That's right there.
So she was barred from her own memories.
That's
In
I was
the
on a
astral plane.
and I was on a ship, and it was like a bit bigger than the ship that we were on with that lady. What was her name? Lavore, and it had green sails.
So a frigate?
huh?
A sloop? A frigate?
It was a little bit bigger than Lavore's, so maybe
Probably a frigate.
maybe a frigate.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a caravel.
It wouldn't have been a cruiser either, or any kind of heavy warship.
Would I know about Lavore?
Okay.
Like, would I know that name? Do you want me to just make a general knowledge check?
Yeah.
Would that be local?
We'll just do general at this point.
Yeah, I don't have.
Yeah, local's more history.
Okay.
Well,
Like
history is
green
more
sails.
history.
No, but local
It's
history
different.
is
I know.
different from
Green
world
sails
history or from general
Green
history.
sails are different.
If, I'm just going to point this out. If Norhig doesn't know anything about trees, I really don't want to go digging in his head.
I feel like you're gonna have to though.
Yeah.
What is this? I'm not the memory sailor, okay? We're not doing
I'm sorry, you're the one who can inject
You are
key into
different.
people and get them into their memory banks. So,
Huh?
sorry.
He helped me get into mine.
Oh, so you can do that
The
too?
original cleric.
So you, the clerk?
Oh,
yeah.
so you can do it too.
You want to teach me?
Hell no.
Alright, then fuck off, and you're gonna be the one that keeps doing it.
I got a 17 on my knowledge check.
Okay, name is vaguely familiar. You see her a lot at like the diplomatic
I
assembly
appreciate that.
meetings. From your understanding, she's a big proprietor. Like she helps give a lot of money, funding, and finances as far as organization as well to some of the events and stuff like that happen. So she seems like she plays a pretty big role, at least in helping some of the inner workings of the city run.
So for the various guilds.
Mhm. It's almost like she's a mediator in a sense. She's like a middle ground, a meeting point for trade, services, goods, imports, exports. That's why she's able to go in and pay off bounties. That's why she's able to go around and negotiate and do everything that she wants to do.
Okay. Oh yeah, I've seen Lavora. How do you guys know her?
Not great.
That checks out.
I feel like you should continue talking, new friend.
About
Friend.
Yes, he's a friend.
he did say that when we were talking to Jacob that I'm sort of in your guys' group now. I don't know how I feel about that.
Seren.
And he did give me some information that you're working on a mercenary job for tracking
I meant to talk to you
contamination
about
of
that one too.
alcohol. I don't
Right.
really know much about what that means. I would love some
You and I are gonna
clarification.
talk later, though.
That would probably be best.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know, I'm not going to refer to you as friend, but companion, maybe.
I don't really expect you to.
Just making sure we're clear.
Yeah, no, Crystal. I'm sort of lost in this because a lot got thrown on me. And I sort of know that I was sort of putting out a lot about myself as sort of like an open book. I just didn't expect to get reeled in from.
Well, I apologize. Did your curiosity get the better of you? I thought you wanted to know more about our party and how we
Right.
interacted.
You
That's
study
why you
the
came to
stars,
me.
right? With black holes, you know what those are? Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you're going to get pulled in real fast.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is what you get for paying off a bounty and involving yourself in business that you know nothing about.
Oh, I mean, I paid off the bounty for. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the curiosity is what got you here.
that wasn't really.
Yeah.
That was an act of. Okay. That's.
An act of altruism and goodness, and we do appreciate it, but it still
Yeah.
puts you in the position you are currently in.
Gotcha. Cool. So you guys did. I can see sort of, and I'll sort of push over the barrel a little bit. This is kind of almost emptied, and you sort of didn't want any when I offered it earlier.
Well, see, we weren't sure if it was like good, cause poison.
You asked me to buy it for you.
Right, so we could sample it.
You came to me and you said you wanted it on 14.
So we could sample all of it and make sure that it was all off the market.
Sample?
Has
Yeah.
the thing dinged yet, by the way, Bryn?
You have to sample every drop. You know that, right? If you don't sample every drop, that
We're gonna
one drop can be
railroad this kid.
contaminated.
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like you know what you're talking about in this instance.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Right.
Listen.
Oh.
No, this is
Oh.
endgame.
Okay.
Oh! Brother Thumb'll carry on.
Okay, let's get back on topic. Why? And what did you find out?
About?
Wherever you meandered off to.
I have a letter to deliver. And that's going to get the contact at another brewery. And that contact shall help us get more contacts in other breweries, which we can then continue to track down the barrels that are currently a problem.
I say we go ahead and do that.
Do you want to read the letter?
Fuck no.
Well, I
you know
asked
what?
you to-
I can read it.
It was a picture.
Well, no,
It was
it was
a
not a
picture.
picture. I apologize. We haven't seen what it is, really. It was folded up in a handful.
He did tell us it was a.
Correct, a picture, but that doesn't mean there isn't also writing in there.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So would you like me to read it?
I would, for I really cannot.
You
Sure.
realize you
Well,
can't
yeah,
read
sure.
it either.
I know.
Okay.
But I can't be the one that commits the act, so now it's Donald's job to give it to somebody to commit the act.
I was gonna
This
say.
is literally just me subverting my vows by proxy. I love this class. Carry on. As long as I don't do anything to break my vows or anything, I'm totally fine.
So
He legitimately opened it and looked at it.
he wouldn't have seen anything anyway.
Like the barrel?
No, we're talking about the letter.
letter.
The letter that the
Oh, letter.
halfling gave me. I handed it over to him so that the party can decide now what to do with the letter and read it, but not me, for I will not be involved.
No, they just opened it.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel like it's a different texture of paper. Like it would be that of like a photo. It's not a sketch. It's not a drawing. Like it is like an actual photo.
Does anybody who can actually see want to look at that letter?
I would recommend not. I'm just gonna put it back in
I mean,
there.
Unfortunately, I have to deliver it. I'm not going to look at it. The reason I was giving it to you is if you want to look at it.
kind of.
No, no. At this point, we've determined. Okay, you see it now. What is it?
He showed it to me.
It's just a building.
It's a building.
The picture's just a building.
The picture's just of a building. It's like a street corner,
I will
and it's
deliver
a
it
building.
with the group.
That's a little weird.
A building?
That's weird.
Okay.
Well,
I just wanted to know the picture. I don't care about the fancy words.
building.
So, I think we may have the letter back, so we may.
I hope
We
he
never-
remembers that building.
I don't think he will. Would you like to see it?
Sure, let me take a look at it. Do I recognize the building at all? No?
Folds it.
Alright.
Hands it. I'm still blaming you.
Blaming me for it?
So we're gonna go ahead and go.
I would prefer the little thing to go Dave first.
Bring it with you.
I can't. It's not my piece of equipment. You would have to ask.
Can we bring it with us?
No,
Why?
this belongs to the guild.
So, we can take a short rest and wait for it to ding.
Can't you just have someone watch it? And
No.
They call us with the result.
Do you want to trust somebody outside of who would already drawn into this? Do you want to draw more people into our investigation who could possibly betray us?
What
Scram,
investigate?
I think it's best
What?
we might just go for a walk. Maybe talk.
Bye, Mom and Dad.
What?
We should probably do that.
Mom and Dad are going to go discuss.
Mom and Dad? I don't know you people.
Our two leaders are going to go discuss things.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go off and
No,
do.
they are. Those two are.
Okay,
I'm gonna stay
and then
here with you.
afterwards, you're gonna go off and do your investigation.
Assuming that this thing goes ding before we leave.
Cool.
And before he leaves the room, Ozra, if you're gonna just fucking follow us, you might as well just follow us. Don't gotta sneak.
Oh, yes. This one's very sneaky. She will be in all.
Okay.
She likes to
What
spy.
are you talking about?
You're gonna have to follow to find out.
Oh,
I'm still gonna get up and leave.
And as you can tell, very curious.
gotcha. Having heard that there is a thief that sort of just was in my study, can I check her? Can I do inventory?
You don't have anything good anyway.
You do
fuck would
not
you
know
know?
what fucking happened here.
Doesn't look
I'm
good
gonna
to
walk
me.
next
Go
to
and
you.
do
I
a
hate you.
roll a perception check.
You knew she was gonna come anyways.
Nothing looks good to
Could
me.
just let her
So.
come out of sight.
No, because then it's just weird. Because then she's opening that stupid cigarette box and just like, oh, you can hear me. Oh.
Oh, natural 20.
That's the second one tonight.
Fuck. Wow.
She moved some of the papers on your desk just slightly. Like they're not like thrown or like skewed about. They're just kind of like pushed aside, and then it looks like once they're pushed, they were all kind of like skipped and neatly tucked underneath each other, like one at a time.
What documents?
Some of them are just different, I wouldn't say like experiments, but like different things that you have worked on, the different studies of your magic and its capabilities. She also made the mention that you work with like, you know, a darker magic. So she's interested but skeptical.
Okay. These people could just ask me questions, and I'll tell them. They shoot to such insane reactions just off the hip.
Hers
Say
is
this
just
in
more
game.
reserved.
Are you saying that in game?
I'm whispering that to myself. Yeah, honestly, I'm whispering it to Gemini.
Ah.
People are weird.
Tell me about it.
I mean, they're calling them mom and dad.
That's
a little...
strange. Who does
That's a joke, sorry.
Who does that to people?
I-
He's like way older
What
than
are you
them.
gonna start doing? Worshipping a rock?
They already do that.
That'll be the day. You
I'm
can't hear it.
just-
It's not in common. It's actually in a magical language because we were told not to talk in common around here.
Yes, so you never hear her talk again.
Good.
I know.
Because I think it's a fucking demon.
Yep, I'm aware. That's why we made this whole thing happen.
I didn't need a Gale exploding
Me?
on me.
They.
There. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I,
I still think he's out to kill you.
I honestly, I'm a little bit worried. He came at me with a very, very strong negative energy.
Yeah, I didn't like the room we were sitting in. It was a little weird. And his hair still looks like a bird's nest.
I urge you not to sort of sit in there. He's going to hurt you
I'm
if
going
you
to
do.
sit there.
Gemini,
You know,
please.
you're not the only one that has the hair up in a bun right now either.
One of us is going to be chosen. And one of us is going to react very poorly to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She has chosen me as her perch.
Yeah. Yes.
Gemini, please, these people are dangerous.
I'm dangerous.
Gemini, they will kill you.
I'll make them choke on bird seed.
Fuck yeah, but still.
This tiny little thing like just jumping, chirping on your shoulder. I can only imagine.
Do a little scratch.
No.
I do have a fighting type.
So another member of the party, huh?
Actually, hold on, sorry.
I know.
It is more for your bird.
Just keep it close.
Part of my,
Keep it close.
part of me trying to get my birds back.
Well, losing one or gaining one? Or both?
Gaining.
Oh, so you don't care about losing people?
Of course I do. Yeah, of course I do.
Blue chains.
What?
God dang, you changed. You cold. She just called you
You
a
are
cold bastard out here.
It's not like he's dead. Yeah.
You don't make it sound so hopeful.
Oh, sorry. Because this adventure has been so fucking hopeful.
I don't know, you found your sister out of it.
Did he?
I don't even know if she is my sister. Just rolling with it. Because you say so.
Wow, you're listening to her.
Not much. And you know what? I'm not here to talk to you. You're just here to listen. So, whatever. I mean, how old is this one?
This guy, he's a youngin'. He's human. And he's young. He's 20s, I think.
I'm just gonna say this bluntly. Why is it that we keep recruiting what is the equivalent to children into what we're dealing with? I mean, Norhig isn't exactly a child, and he can kind of hold his own in a fight. Garion's a lunatic. I'm a mass murderer in at least 3 continents. And then there's you,
And then there's me.
and then there's her,
And then there's her.
and then there's Jessamy, and then there's now Lucas, who are both basically children.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think you, Garen, and I may have the same overall collective opinion about Lucas. Possibly. That was part of the conversation. He Garion got really curious as to why he all of a sudden was just helping us. Like, he paid off your debt, just randomly, saying that it was somehow some sort of payback or debt that he had to pay. What I don't know, but he did that. He's been very, very nice to us, and Garion made the point that we haven't had the best luck with people who've just been nice to us. They usually tend to lead us in some sort of weird trouble one way or another.
I mean, I'm at the point of not even trusting a homeless guy asking me for a coin.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to be a secret drug dealer or something. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
And you'll see him kind of like tug at the outfit that he's wearing, and like these fucking monkey suits. Like I can't be in this rich cloth.
What do you mean? Come on, you look good.
It's
Tunnel
fucking
the
terrible.
red.
No, it's purple.
No, yeah.
Tunnel the purple.
Tunnel the purple.
No, that's disgusting.
Red's in there.
Tunnel the purple.
Tunnel the purple is disgusting.
Tunnel
Purple the red.
Like,
No.
I feel like I'm wearing a fancy napkin.
Wait, a
Like a
fancy
monochrome
napkin?
napkin.
Is that what you said?
Yes.
You mean a handkerchief?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm sorry.
Alright.
Do you want me to get you new clothes?
Like, what
No.
do you?
I'm just gonna put my old clothes back on.
Okay, well, good, because then maybe you won't feel like a napkin. Maybe you won't act like a
No, I
wet
feel
napkin
like
either.
I'm
That's the point.
Nice, right? Very good, Jericho. Very good. You walk right into that one.
You're missing
Yeah.
the point. You're missing the point.
Well, so yeah. Anyway, he 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 made that point, and Lucas seemed to be genuine in his efforts to be kind and nice, and he didn't hold any malice behind his intent. Although we did have a bit of a group huddle, the three of us. It was primarily Gary and I talking, with Norhig adding little bits here and there.
Right.
But we cast silence so he didn't hear. And we first discussed our feelings about said person. And then we discussed whether it was the best idea to have him stay along with us. And we agreed that it was probably better to have him kind of travel along with us because of his interest in us. And that is mistrusting, and it's better to keep him close.
Okay. And as far as you go, what did you find sifting through his study?
Ding 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 ding
Oh.
ding 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 ding.
You also would remember that I did mention I report directly to was it Tamara Lightsong?
The dryad.
The dryad.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you should. I'll say out of game as Aiden. You might want to mention that to Funnel.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he reports directly to that dryad lady. Light song, light.
Sorry, look at his face when you said that.
You're so done.
I was like, man, of course, fuck this shit.
So we're just okay.
We're just trusting him?
We're just setting the bar real fucking.
We're not just
Not
trusting him. Trusting him is not something that I would say.
I feel like that's what Scarion's doing. He trusted his friend that he brought him to in hopes that what? We're gonna find the bottom of this by going to another brewery. They gave us some odd photo.
I think Garion is just trying to take whatever lead he can get.
So I still refer back to my question: what the fuck did you find in his office? Because we all know you sifted through it. Because you can't just keep to your own business.
Oh, I can't. But you know what? You'll be thankful. From what I saw, he's been keeping track of his own magic and his own abilities for quite some time. If anybody has any information as far as stability for the magic, he might be the answer. And to be honest with you, I don't like the idea of Jessamine getting the shit beat out of her religiously by that woman. So if this is a better choice, I would take that rather than her possibly meeting death's door.
So are you referring to taking the vow or not taking the vow?
A vow is something I can't stop her from doing. If she takes the vow, then that's on her. That is her decision and her choice. However, I can hope that by us knowing these things, that maybe, and not that I'm saying we should entirely trust him, he is brand new, but he has done a decent amount. I'm not saying he's a miracle worker by any means, but we still have Darian. And he's gone crazy, not crazy, crazy, double crazy. How many times now?
Back over.
You know, he's an overcooked omelet. We're gonna.
And this one's a little
We gotta
scrambled.
establish this real quick, just for this moment. Is it win or lose? You wanna do lose?
Yes.
All right.
Ding ding ding. Everyone, honestly, Serene has won the rock, paper, scissors. Serene has won.
Let's go, Serene! Yes, dude!
Which means I'm not the leader.
Yeah.
I know.
It's Donald.
I'm more
Oh, yes.
decision-making time, Anita.
So how do you like the title?
Anita.
That's great.
Show us what you
Great.
got.
It's like assistant training store manager.
To the regional manager?
Yeah.
That was amazing, Brandon. Good job.
Okay, so I literally made an office reference at my fucking job the other day and nobody understood it because we get a prize like for certain things at the end of 420 and I was like, if it's not a fucking Dundee at Chili's, I don't want it. And they're like, what? And I was like, if you have not watched The Office, I need every single one of you to go home and watch the fucking Dundee episode.
Y'all have homework.
God damn. That was good though.
As much as I don't like it, I guess we'll keep the kid around. But
We've kept worse.
no, we really haven't.
You sure?
I mean, you kept me.
Name one.
She's got
She got you there,
You
buddy.
are like
You walked into that one
a
too.
really dented fucking helmet, and we were trying to undent you. Okay, so yeah,
Oh, come on, there's
Not
been
to
the point where it's
mention,
a lost cause.
not to mention, you kept on following us.
yeah. And
So-
how the fuck are we gonna lose you? I'm the fastest member of the group. You still keep up with me, barely.
Barely. It was rough.
Am I gonna say this? I'm not even gonna say it while looking at you.
Anyhow.
We appreciate the information you found out.
Aw, thanks. I appreciate you.
That is disgusting.
That's not what I said.
No, what you did with the key was disgusting.
Yeah.
You're next. While you're meditating, I'm just coming for you.
You be careful.
Ew.
You know why? You want to play that game? My class has the ability to restore key to you. So you want to play that? I will literally.
You may need that book.
I will inject.
Yikes.
I will inject holy light into you.
Okay, is
We'll
this
play the
thing-
injecting game. If
Oh
you win.
Jesus!
It's getting real weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you're just ejecting all over each other.
There you go. One spiritual energy, one key energy.
Together, they make.
White splooge everywhere.
Oh gosh.
And the gods were happy.
Do you remember it? Wasn't it didn't the
Calistria said, I'm
whatever hit
listening.
you with that powder? Didn't it hit you with powder straight off its body?
No, I don't think I really saw where it came from. It just kind of hit me out of nowhere.
Okay.
I know it was you were over you.
She was in a
There was
chute.
you were in
Yeah.
a chute. I was at the top of
Yes.
the chute,
Mm-hmm.
It was locked.
and then
It
that's
fell.
when
It
fell.
fell on me. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it came. It locked. The door locked, and then all of a sudden it was like poof.
Mhm.
It was like a
Okay, so that
like a
means that-
spore almost.
Loading up, going down,
So what?
containing.
But it was like a furnace, wasn't it?
Something.
Or like a distiller or something. I don't know really what it was.
I don't know, but I needed to get out of there quickly.
Yeah, it was
That's
a
all.
chimney. So think of it like a kiln. It was similar to a kiln. It had a small area of fire you put in. She fell through the top. She was investigating, opened the hatch, and fell through the top and got trapped in there. When going in there, it activated and dropped the thing on it. So it had a flume out that led to the surface. so that it didn't contain
Right,
it.
I knew that. I was the one at the surface.
Yeah, she was the one that fell in, but I'm saying it was like a kiln. There was a way to open, she just couldn't fit out of it.
I don't think you fell in. You climbed into that.
Yeah, she
machine.
climbed up
She
there.
was already down there.
She was in the bottom. She went
She
in.
climbed into
Yeah,
the machine,
I
then went
climbed
up the
her.
chute,
Oh,
and then the
yeah.
thing
My
shut.
God, my bad, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So you did
Yeah.
climb in, so there was an entryway in.
Right.
Mhm.
There was a way for her to get into that thing, so yes, it could either have been. They could
So
have.
what I said could have
Yeah.
been.
It could be lumber or it could be fucking barrels.
That could be how they're at least.
Contaminating them. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
at least that's how they were. On a small scale, they've ramped it up clearly.
Theoretically.
Yeah, theoretically.
Because that was abandoned. Long since abandoned.
Correct, but that would have been their prototype segment for that.
It
If they've
would-
now developed it on a mass scale, it wouldn't be using something. They've got that shit perfected now.
Yeah, cause that would explain how they would be transferring it at the docks and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and the men
Right.
and the people that they were being controlled
And
and
the
all this
various purified forms we have found throughout this
Mhm.
adventure. We have found it in that one. It was a very weak distilled version of it that wasn't quite ready, and now we found purified, ultra, like ready versions of it, and now we've actually got a contaminated barrel. So
Okay.
we've now moved through the stages to beginning to contamination.
And this is our second contamination.
Correct. We know of at least
Now-
one other place where it's been contaminated at.
How much would this barrel be filled still?
About half is like what we last agreed to.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, I guess we'll head back. Ignore the guy waving his hand over there.
Welcome back, leaders.
I think he's trying to count
have
the
you discovered?
stars.
What have you decided?
It's a lost cause.
We're keeping it.
Excellent.
Keeping what exactly?
You.
You.
Oh. Am I being kidnapped?
No.
I mean,
Are
you
you
either
willing?
willingly or
Am I allowed to leave?
unwillingly.
Yeah, are you willing?
You can leave wherever you want. We're just gonna follow you.
Just be expected to be
You
hunted and
just
tracked.
now have an open invitation
Okay.
To come with us.
to accompany us where we go.
and
This
watch us
seems
work.
a little closed. If I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
How do you mean?
Because he sort of said that I am allowed to go, but you guys are gonna follow me.
No.
No.
I don't think any of us care enough to follow you.
I do.
I do.
Never mind. I stand corrected. Two of them care enough to follow you. However, if you are affiliating yourself with us, then yeah, unfortunately that's something that these two do. They do that. That's a thing they do.
I also would like to pre-warn you that if you take this invitation
Okay.
and this agreement,
Got it.
you will also become one of the most tracked, scried, and watched individual.
Ah, yes, we're hunted.
And also know that
Across
they're
the continent.
crazy.
Yeah. No.
Whoa,
Sort of.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I've been picking up on that. Trust me, I
You
have.
picked up a rock.
I came from a asylum. No shit.
Oh, you came from a.
Yeah, try not to.
Oh no, he's
They
just.
picked up a rock.
They picked
He
up a
did.
rock?
Why
Yeah,
am I the
and
why is
what
that
did
crazy?
You were the leader at the
Okay,
time.
and
I'm
did they
not
do anything with it?
crazy.
Like a
Would you
To
like a
To be
little
fair,
bird?
I was inspecting something else, and you guys just picked up a rock out of the ground.
That's
Next
true.
thing I know,
Yeah.
boom, and it's just like,
I mean,
oh,
yeah, you know, I'm not.
hey,
I'm
look
not
at that,
denying
look
it.
at that,
I'm
guys.
not denying
The
it.
house knows how to catch shit. Like,
I'll whisper over to Gemma, I'm like, are you fucking psychic?
Wait, are you actually whispering?
It's in a magical language.
But
Yeah.
still, you're whispering.
Yes.
It's telepathic, isn't it, though? Or are you doing it, like, verbally?
It's verbal, but
Okay,
you
got it.
need a magical component to be able to understand
Oh, no,
the
got it.
communication.
He has a
26.
magical component.
He can understand me?
No, I'm just trying to see if I'm hearing you
If you're
whisper.
hearing.
Okay, you can hear. It doesn't sound like common.
Who are you talking to?
oh yeah, that's right. He
Gemini?
has a bird that can talk.
But won't talk around Northern.
I was-
You'll
But we're
literally
not
see
talk-
Funnel's eye just start twitching.
It's a
Yeah.
fucking demon.
It's
Yeah,
not a demon.
it's not a demon.
I
It's
can
Okay.
clarify that.
it's a familiar.
Yes. A
Right.
familiar.
A bird.
It's a bird. Yeah.
Gemini.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I
Sorry,
know.
are you looking at me because she just said you kept a fucking rock?
Yeah.
You've never heard of a pet rock?
Maybe I am.
They're very low
psychic.
maintenance.
Oh boy.
Maybe you are psychic.
You're gonna win the lottery.
What's a lottery?
The lottery's coming with us. You won the lottery. Congratulations.
Listen, I'm just as scared as you are.
Okay.
This is new to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. He had too much money to know what a pet rock was.
That was true. He probably had his own pet.
He probably had a nice pet like a dog or a cat.
Yep.
I was probably a really,
Terrified of me.
really
He
really
could
fancy
afford
dog.
something a living.
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna be Scryon, and he'll just sort of back out of the room.
Oh no, you probably already are.
You're already being
Okay. So I'll just
That's
I'll
why
go
you-
over to
so-
Jacob
You ready?
That's
and
why you
get
put- that's why you
and
got
get
the-
one of those.
Yeah, he's
You
gonna
rings.
get a
brought, you
ring.
brought one with us.
I
didn't
didn't.
you?
Oh,
Because
So
sort
we
of.
got an extra one. for
No,
you.
I didn't.
Oh.
I sort of because I didn't realize that I'm sort of in this now.
Don't worry.
I mean, no, you still have the ability to get out. You're just
Okay.
going to be scryed upon forever, and maybe interrogated, tortured, and
It's like
killed, and enslaved.
Oh, and it's like, oh, and your soul might be shoved into a doll.
Gotcha.
Oh, we
Part
have
of it.
we have those too.
Yeah, we have those, but parts of your soul. You'll keep bits of it, but fragmented across multiple locations.
Oh man.
This is honestly okay. Just real quick, I'm just gonna throw this out there. This is just how it's going to be every time we get introduced to a new character. We're just gonna shotgun them in the face, and either they're gonna stay or they're gonna leave.
Yes, I know.
So hit him with all of it at once. And if he survives,
Reasonably, what do you want me to do here? What do
whatever
you want?
wanna
What do you want?
What do
Bring
you
Aaron
what
back.
does your
What does your
character-
character want to do?
Yeah.
Is he curious enough about all of this to want to stick around and see how it plays out?
Are we still in game?
No, we're stopped.
Okay.
How does your character feel about all of this?
You've told him, one, you kept a rock.
Yep.
A rock.
You've come from an asylum.
Well, no.
Me.
One person did.
And me.
Not all of us.
Yeah.
Nah, she
The
did too.
the
She
mass
did
the one that I know is a mass murderer
Correct.
Yeah.
and also child murderer.
Chosen of Serenity, by the way.
Easy.
Didn't know that.
Well, we're hitting him
Just
with
keep it
everything.
in the max.
We're hitting him with everything, right?
You've presented insane disdain for me being a sorcerer.
I have.
You've almost threatened to assault my familiar. You made fun of my voice to my face and then also behind my back.
But you don't know about the other time because you were silent.
Because I was silent behind my back. You just generally said I don't like you to me upon meeting me.
That's true.
It was more I just didn't really trust
You did say I don't like you.
you. I don't like your voice.
In not even that. You just said you. You didn't even say like it was just one of them. It was the whole shebang. The only one who's
We'll
been
agree to disagree.
semi-nice to me is Jessamine, who
I've been decent to you.
this is out of game.
I've still been decent to you.
Azra has rifled through my things. And when I offered you alcohol, you said, and then proceeded to drink half of it when I left, after coming up to me very forcibly saying, you should get all 14 of them. You should buy them out. You should actually, I was like, you want 4? You said 14, man. No, you said 14, you idiot. This fucking loser said 14. You're getting us 14.
Welcome to the earth.
What would you do
My reasons were
in my
justified.
situation?
Exactly.
My reasons
So
were
think about it this way,
justified.
though. You, as a character, decided to pay a mass murderer's bounty,
I'll say this.
and then decided to invite us over because you were curious how we had jumped from one area to another.
I will say this. The only thing not keeping him from immediately backpedaling on his curiosity right now is the fact that, one, he needs to keep watch over at least reporting back into Light Song
You have a job, literally.
about the magic, and two, supposedly, there's something that Jessamine needs to talk to Lucas about when it comes to her magic and stability. Now, that second half has not been presented to my character.
So I guess you don't want
If
to.
someone would like to present that to my character,
No.
No.
Jessamine's
You're
not
the one who
here.
would know about it.
And without Jessamine here, you can't roleplay that whole situation out anyway. So you'd have to wait for her regardless.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying with the whole Jessamine. That's why I
Yeah.
was texting you earlier about it. That's gonna have to wait until next week.
that's the problem, because the shotgun method that they have sort of started is
Loaded, racked.
Dependent on Jessamine being here.
dependent on Jessamine being
It's
here
okay.
and
Now you
having
got
someone
like,
reel it back.
now you got the game where it's like 5 blanks and then 2 are real.
Roulette.
So now you're playing.
So,
Russian
so
roulette.
Yeah.
why would I
Or
not
shotgun roulette.
Yeah.
and immediately get someone to get you out of here?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's my question.
Because if you were curious enough to pay off a bounty of a mass murderer.
No, I feel like you
No.
presented me with information that made me feel like I've gone in too deep.
You have, and that's where I'm
That's
gonna.
the
That's where I'm gonna
problem.
step in here. There's a sunken cost fallacy that eventually happens in this. How far does your character go before they decide they either can't back out cleanly, or that digging through to the end is the more profitable
Is that
point?
picture of the fucking dude mining?
Yes.
And there's like diamonds on one side.
Yeah, but that's
and
not
there's
real
a
sunken
dude
cost.
standing
No.
around.
That's not real sunken cost fallacy. Sunken cost fallacy, that's represented poorly because the gentleman is aging as you're going through. That's not necessarily how it is. It's just when you sink something, you sink an entirety of yourself into something and receive nothing out of it, and then there's always the possibility that if you took the extra step, you are going to land massively. That I'm going to make it big. My business is going to take off. I'm going to get that promotion. So the sunken cost fallacy is you would stay with a job for 9 years to hopefully make into a director position, but you only got to like a senior level position. So with you, in this particular scenario, you already have determined that we're dangerous. We've already told you you're going to be scried on, tortured, killed, or imprisoned, or soul fragmented. So we presented you with what's going to happen if you don't come with us. What you now need to decide is, do you think at the end of this, there's a way for you to not be fragmented and all of that bullshit? Because if you don't come with us, you probably 100% will be. If you do come with us, there's a solid chance you won't be. This is where the sudden cost fallacy comes into play.
I need your character to present that information to me, because all you said was, I will be tortured, kidnapped.
But you have to ask, because now we're at the point where you've got to ask for that, okay, why the fuck would I even stay here? Which would prompt this conversation.
Give me 1 second, because I need to think about this.
Carry on, sir.
I can't believe you guys just did that.
Honestly, sometimes they need. It's not just for you. It's just the fact that it needs to sometimes be done that way because we don't have the time
To ease you into it.
Yeah.
Every time we try to ease people into this, every time we try to ease a group member into this, it's turned into, well, you didn't tell me this is trust issues. So this is a way to get you completely in the inner circle. Immediately, without having to deal with that gray area of should we trust you and kill you the next chance we get, or deal with you, possibly have you betray us. Because if you betray us, you already know the outcome. Well, you will. And it won't be from us. That's the best part about it.
And I don't know if it's not going to be from you.
Correct.
That's unfortunate, but I need it to be part of the shotgun. The shotgun needs to have a section where you tell me we're the good option.
Yes, I'm going to get there, but for right now, unfortunately, the good option is presenting you with 2 bad options, one worse than the other.
Yeah, so Lucas at this point, with the information that has been presented to him, is going to go, oh, okay. Cool. And you'll see him sort of slowly inch towards the door.
So let's have a conversation real quick.
Uh-huh.
No. Before you run off, because understand that you are not unfortunately fast enough to get away from 2 of our party members.
I legitimately am.
You legitimately aren't, and that's part of the problem here. And we don't want to really get into a who we can do this and a pissing match. Which really is the point here is you've already gone in too deep, and you have 2 options. Okay. Option A, hear me out. Option A.
Still
I
slowly
know.
walking.
Option A is you come with us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're fairly well protected with us.
Okay.
And I say that because we could actually show you another member of our party who has split off to form a whole different segment of this investigation ring with Lady Luck and is currently attempting to fix the alcohol situation on his own separately from us. So we're not the only ones working on this. We came in with an additional party member who, by his own goodwill, and left us to go and do that. So you can leave. When I say that, I mean you can leave with the full knowledge of what could possibly happen to you if you leave this group.
Uh-huh.
If you stay with us, we can actually end this, and that's our entire goal. It's not just to end this; it's the scrying, to end this whole thing. He never belonged in an asylum. He's not a mass murderer by choice. So yeah, hear me out. You really weren't. There was a bit of coercion there. I know what you did. I'm not talking about the child. I'm skipping the fucking child you killed.
Right, yeah, I
Okay.
do know about both of those things.
Yeah, so-
which that piqued my curiosity in
Correct.
general.
And so he is no different in that scenario. He's not just going to up and start murdering random people or you. None of us here.
Why did he react that way?
Because
He shrugged
I
when you said
understand
that.
I understand that. He unfortunately is a rather callous and indifferent person, but when push comes to shove, he surprisingly does the right thing.
I'm gonna need him to stop sort of reacting
I'm
negatively
aware
to
of that,
positive
but I
things
can't
you're saying.
unfortunately fix that. He's gonna have to decide to do that. He
Are
likes
you
fucking
gonna
with
kill
people.
me?
No.
You? Specifically? No.
Okay,
There you go.
that's great.
So,
Um,
but the problem is if you
can
leave,
you just give me some sort of positive other than I won't die?
yes.
Probably.
The
when I'm
positive
here?
is you're going to learn an absolute metric fuck ton about magic, artifacts, and the variety of ways that this world works. See, what
Talk
you're going
more.
to gain is an absolute plethora of experience coming with us because, as you have noticed, we tend to do things a bit unorthodox, and that leads to
Uh-huh.
unorthodox outcomes
Yeah.
and leads to unorthodox theories that comes
Gotcha.
out of it as well. Could you imagine coming back to this guild with a new, fully developed spell that you created yourself on their own while with us, or with an artifact that you could present to your headmaster? See, we would not
here's
stop you
what
from
I'll
doing
put out.
this.
Here's what I'll
You
put
don't
out
look like
here.
you've traveled the world much, and we're giving you the opportunity to do this because staying here has become slightly unsafe for you. Staying with us is the safer option. And again, we might even be able to find a way along the path where we could separate you from us cleanly, like we did with our other party member. In which case, you could return back to this tower, no harm, no foul.
I'll say this, because you look like you're about to talk to me.
I was just gonna let you know that we do a lot of traveling.
A lot.
Okay, that's excellent.
And we don't honestly kill a lot of people. In fact, I can safely
You should
think
stop while you're ahead.
No, I haven't.
We also have dental insurance.
Oh, that's true.
You have dental?
Yes. No, but what I mean is that if you think about it, out of game, real quick, if you think about it, we haven't actually, the only person who's really done a lot of killing, and it's, again, not really funny, but as a group, we haven't actually done a lot of fighting and killing.
No.
We haven't. And so I'm being dead serious when I tell you this. In game, we don't generally kill people.
Gotcha.
Like, that's not who we are.
I'll put some things down that, if you're taking me along, are going to happen.
Sure, let's see it.
My bird will talk.
Well, here's the problem.
And you're going to have to be okay with
Hey,
that.
here's what I ask. If your bird is going to talk,
My-
if Norhig is going to be around, I ask that you have a civil and calm conversation with the rest of us around so that we could possibly interfere if things go south with Norhig about the bird. Now, he's a suspicious fellow, so it's going to take a little bit of work, but you could convince Norhig with some effort that that bird is in fact not a demon and is a friendly creature that you have just befriended. And honestly, you could just also convince him it's a summon and you have full control over it. Now, whether that is actually the case or not is up to you. But Norig is not unreasonable. It's just his initial reaction is generally violence to everything. The barbarian in him does get the better of
Okay,
him at
yeah,
times.
no, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to tell you
Mhm.
the bird is going to talk.
And I'm telling you, the bird can completely 100% talk if you have a conversation with our barbarian first.
That's great. Hey,
Not right now.
Norhig?
No. If you have it right now, it just might go south.
What do you mean it might go
You
south?
have more stuff upon which you have to put down. Norhig can be sensitive. I'm just saying, approach this with a calm mind. Maybe we could take a couple of hours to calm down and relax, and then we can have this conversation with Norhig. You had other things upon which you wish to discuss.
Okay. So you would like me to calm down.
No, us as a
or
group.
you as a group
As
to
a
calm
group.
down.
It's been rather tension. There is a lot of tension. You have to admit.
Okay. If we do start traveling,
Yes,
and I'm assuming that's the word.
it is the word.
And what does Norik look like when he's talking about you being reasonable?
You aren't completely unreasonable.
No, he's not.
Okay.
But he's not really even paying attention to your conversation, to be honest.
Generally doesn't pay attention to what's going on.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll lay down a few things because I feel like I've been trying to be a little bit welcoming. Sure, you've had some experience in the past.
Not some, all.
All. Every single encounter you've had has been negative with
Correct.
anyone.
Correct.
God, you're sad.
So,
That's sad.
but we're working
I'll
on
say
it.
no. Okay.
We're working.
We're
on it.
gonna. I'm gonna put some stuff out.
Yeah, well, you probably
One.
have to.
I'm a really nice person. I like helping people. I like sort of doing all that just to make people feel good and feel better and, have sort of a.
No, that's great actually, because that putting out positivity into the world is one of the tenets that we go by.
So both of you, so you're religious.
No. He's a chosen of Faraday, but he's not
He's
religious.
chosen,
I
not
am
religious.
very religious.
Religious, not chosen?
Oh, I'm very much chosen.
Yeah.
Chosen religious, chosen not religious.
Correct.
Cool. Your deal is that you don't like magic and you don't trust it and cool, that's fine. You just don't like my voice.
Damn, man! He's not gonna let that one go.
And supposedly really like drinking. And also are sort of distrusting generally like everyone else. You sort of just like looking around. I did see that you were checking out my papers on at least the experiments that I was looking into. You can just ask me. If you want to know something about me or my past, just go ahead.
People have lied to us at every step of the way as well.
You can go ahead.
But
Ask me anything.
I
What
understand.
color's your underwear?
What color is my underwear? Plain white.
Most embarrassing story.
Most embarrassing story, one time I was in front of everyone in the Mages College and then someone prestidigitation to me to smell like I've shit my pants and then someone compilated onto that a minor illusion and ghost sound to one, put a duty down my leg and then also fart. It took a lot to come back from that.
God damn it.
Wow.
I tried so hard to keep a straight face during that, you motherfucker. Right, well.
Do you want to know anything else?
Yes, your
Anything else
mother's
at all?
maiden name at this point.
Mother's maiden name, Vorser.
No, he's not lying.
I don't know, that doesn't sound convincing.
I mean, no, it all sounded terribly convincing, and that's part of.
What do you like about the receptionist?
What do I like about the receptionist? Not much, but I just like people to like me.
How much
But why do
wood,
you like people to like you? Oops, sorry.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
As much as wood as wood could chuck. Fuck you.
Why are you curious about us?
Why was I curious? Some say that I have sort of an interest in darker things. I like stories about,
Darker things.
adventure, crime. It interests me, and one I was assigned by.
Did you just call us criminals?
I can 100%
I mean, you
guarantee you will
No.
experience every
Bounty
one of those
paid.
things. while
Free
playing with
citizen.
us. And I don't necessarily mean you will be involved in them, but you will indeed
Model citizen.
experience
Capiche?
them via through proxy or.
We haven't done anything,
Gotcha. Okay.
but we do
So-
partake in drugs.
It's not a crime.
Buying
Cool.
them are.
Legally, that is. If you look at the code of law that's written into most towns, drugs are not on there for things that you should do.
I apologize, Sister
remember.
Serene.
Yeah,
He is
but they're
correct.
not always on there for
I
things
don't
you
remember the
shouldn't.
last time I partook in an illegal substance.
Black Lotus 3 days ago.
Okay.
Black Lotus.
Blue Lotus.
That was just sort of presented.
I was like, Black Lotus, goddamn.
You can
might
tap
put
it
out.
and it kinds of mana. It's really
Nice, man.
really good.
But who's
mana.
counting?
I need more of that fucking lotus.
Yeah. So, if you want to know about me, ask. Please do not search through my things. I ask that you try not to, I'll say slander, but it feels like you guys cannot help yourself from slandering. Even if it is asked of you and you say that you won't.
Okay.
Oh, I won't.
It's the only thing that you've done for me.
No. You as a person Yes, but you as a mage now. Or, part of the guild, as it were. No.
Gotcha. Okay. So Are you passing around drugs right now?
No.
Do you have?
You know, technically alcohol's a drug, right?
It's legal.
Then doesn't that go against your drugs are bad then?
He's got a point. You can't legalize some drugs and other drugs aren't. All drugs are bad or no drugs are bad.
What?
It's black and white.
What kind of... I feel like everything you've described to me is a world of gray, yet you
It is.
exist in such polarizing lights.
That's how I have to keep my sanity.
Okay. I will go along with you. No one touches Gemini.
Even a healer? I am a cleric at heart.
No one harms my bird.
Excellent.
My bird, fair warning, we're gonna have this conversation right now.
Go ahead.
Jorge, hi. Lucas here. My bird's gonna talk, man. It's not a demon.
I can vouch for that. It is not a demon, Nordic.
Yes, it's magic. I cast magic. I do that a lot. It's sort of what I do.
Start packing it.
A little bit of a warning.
Live oak.
Here's a warning. My bird will say something now.
Bird.
Gemini? Introduce yourself. If he even comes close to me.
Well, technically he threatened that he would bite my head off.
If they come close, I will turn them into ashes.
And I will heal them.
I swear.
Gemini,
Hi, Gemini. I'm Carrier.
you scare me.
Excellent.
He's not okay.
You okay with that? Are you gonna bite my bird's head off?
Probably wouldn't taste good anyway.
No, it wouldn't.
I'm like a
That's the
toothpick.
best answer you're gonna get.
Very small, not nutritious. You're too big for her.
Too much bones for me.
Lots of tiny bones in there. No meat.
It's not worth it.
I can get you better.
Anyone else want to talk about at least worrying about wanting to eat my familiar? Or is that only a singular concern for one of the party?
So
Donald just did.
we are no longer in the room.
Not there.
What do you mean?
Yes, so on occasion they like to sneak off, primarily to do drugs, but they seem courteous to you as a guest to not do these drugs in your home.
Courteous to me as a guest. Excellent. This isn't my home. This is my study at my workplace.
And they didn't want to get you in trouble at your workplace, so they are no longer sitting down doing drugs at your workplace.
They're gonna get in trouble at my workplace.
But they're not going to be in your workplace when they get in trouble, so that means that you are not technically responsible for them. We are as a group.
What do you mean technically responsible? They're connected to me.
Here's
know
the
that.
thing.
But can you honestly be blamed if two people wandered off to do drugs? Is that really on you?
They can put it on me.
Well, that unfortunately would be up to you to defend against it.
Here's the thing.
What?
If there's a fine or anything, they'll be fine.
See? We have plenty of money.
They can handle that.
They're also very, very, they're
passing it
usually,
back and forth.
and by I say usually, I mean most of the time,
How
rather,
long are you guys out there?
how shall I say this?
I'm doing a perception check.
Surreptitious in their way.
I'm
So,
still asking how long you're out there.
The fact that they managed to
before-
sneak away at this point should show you
30
how
minutes?
careful they're going to be
Roughly,
about not
yeah.
getting caught in this particular scenario. For
One.
they've done this most of their whole lives.
Nat 20. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Nice.
They're already doing
Solid.
solid.
They're literally the people who just disappear.
31.
And then they show back up.
Quiet.
They're not like
They're very
You guys
sneaky.
aren't watched, followed, nothing.
They also like to have conversations as being the leaders. We let them have their private time to discuss things.
Do they know that there is constant arcane scrying throughout the halls?
Yes,
Yeah,
which is
and
why
that-
they've got the rings.
Yeah, remember?
Right. The rings, which I need now.
Yeah.
But
We should go to Jacob and get you a ring.
I'll go to Jacob.
I'm coming with you.
You are not coming.
Unfortunately, I have
We're
to
just
stay outside
hotboxing
the door.
the spot.
They're going to
I
Jacob's
won't go into
Jewelers.
Jacob's room, but I will remain at the end of the hallway. How about
Every
that?
kiss begins
I will
with
say this.
Jacob.
I don't want you there.
That's not
I
the
understand
jingle,
that,
but
but
you know.
unfortunately, we know a lot of information now. And
Let me
so-
go with this one. She seems.
So I do want you to understand that going with Osmer runs the risk of possibly being corrupted, dying, or being pulled into a dead god's realm.
What does he mean by that?
He pulled me into a space of existence of which I was almost burned alive.
The crew of the Forge of Creation.
So you pulled her in there.
I put her in the Forge of Creation.
You
which-
put her there.
No, she survives in the negative plane instead of the positive light. So she is not a creature of light. She is a creature of darkness, a child of darkness. if you
There's
will.
a balance to everything.
Who talks about people in this language?
Or she might just feel like
Someone who has...
Are you going to kill me?
Not unless you give me a reason to.
Will you annoy my friend Jacob that we met earlier?
Honestly, I have no reason to talk to a child, so no.
I'm going with her.
You realize she just called a halfling a child.
Osmer? Have fun.
You realize she just called a halfling a
I'll
child.
give him help.
As well you should.
If she does something,
And to be fair,
specifically Jacob told me, do not bring him again.
And
How-
you will not bring me.
You're not there. You're not there.
Well, I mean, we're
You
just
have
probably
threatened
out
to
in the
eat my
hallway.
familiar, the only one other than Jessamine who is not at this table.
Go ahead, go with Osmer. Go ahead, have fun.
you're literally.
No. Let him go. Let him
Listen,
learn.
man,
Let him learn.
I know what I am doing is wrong. My character
Let
does
him learn.
not know
and
this.
let his character learn in game.
Okay.
Carry on.
I mean, your character was born. She was a sneak thief.
Carry on, sir.
I go to get a ring of anti-scrying
Okay.
from Jacob.
Okay.
Wonderful.
York, do you wish to spar?
Yeah.
Most excellent. Wow. At some point, maybe possibly next session, if we're not going to be ending early tonight, because I do want to spar him now. Since we finally got alone time.
I was gonna say both him
I know,
and
but you guys finally gone. I've been waiting for a moment to actually spar with him.
You want?
Like, I just want to make sure everyone's RP is done.
Unless you want to do the RP for what you messaged me
Huh?
Yeah, we can.
while we're out
They're out.
smoking.
Yeah.
Please don't get caught.
So, just before we get to that, I'm assuming the drugs came from Osro. That's a little weird, though.
That is a little weird.
Out of her area. These could be laced. Eh.
It's in our
Are you-
system now.
Yep, a little late, but you know
Are you
what?
YOLOing this? Like at this
Oh, we've
point?
already been smoking it.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
No hesitation. As soon as I saw what was in that message, it was on, man. There ain't no way.
Goddamn crackhead.
yeah.
I have taught him well.
So,
So, all right. So, but she's gonna pull it out. Yeah. So I managed to sneak this from Norhig. Well, not really sneak it, but I managed to make him give it to me. So.
Okay.
The
I mean, that's a
mask.
plus for Norheg. I didn't think he was
mask.
going to be willing to give it up.
I didn't think so either. He wanted my fucking sword.
Yeah, we got to do something about that sword. That'll probably be next.
Yeah, I don't know.
No more dream surfing. That was weird.
That was weird.
That was a weird feeling for me.
I didn't really like it. I
Yeah.
mean, being back on the
shut
boat
up, you
was
make
nice.
it so fucking hard. God. I'm not usually a child about this.
So-
Man, you just keep presenting.
I know.
You shouldn't do that to people.
I know we didn't
So,
really get rid of this and do it around,
So yeah, believe it or not, I managed to get this away from him without giving him the sword.
That's good.
Because he was gonna try. I could tell he was gonna try to put it on. And while I don't know if this mask has the same effect as it did, on Aaron as the rest of us, I don't want to risk it with him.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe he was on to something when he put it on.
There is a good chance. I'm not quite sure who to take that risk with as far as putting it on. One, would any of us be able to take it off of him? I think I'm the only one that can even kind of compare to his strength, I think. But as far as removing the mask, I don't know how difficult it was for you all to take it off of our friend.
Norig took it off of him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much strength he used to rip that thing off. So I just, the more and more we have it, the more and more I think about, like, one of us should. And I told Noriega, I was like, I think if there's anyone who's gonna put it on, I think either you or I are gonna be the ones who are gonna need to do it.
Yeah. Right now, I think we're carrying two artifacts that we're not quite sure of their purpose. I having this book, and then that. And the doll, but I'm not really going to consider that an artifact.
I thought you got rid of the doll.
Still got it.
I thought that was Winter.
Yeah, I still got it.
Still got it.
I thought the doll maker took it.
No, it's if I break the deal, he gets her soul. That fragment.
Yeah.
So.
I thought he took her.
Alright.
No.
But yeah, so.
Well, how do you want to decide which one of us does it? I mean, we're not going to do it now, because I'd rather not do it in a spot that I'm not quite trusting of these people here.
Yeah. I would say whichever one of us could resist the influence of this mask the most. Which, out of game. I don't know if this would require more of like a con check or a intelligence check or wisdom even.
I mean, if it's a saving throw, it might be will.
A will? That's what I was thinking, a will.
Yeah.
So, maybe a wisdom.
Well, I didn't even have to make a saving throw when I did it.
You didn't. So, okay, well.
I just did it. It's just this, I believe, and Bryn, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the circumstances that led up to it, that you were saying earlier, Blaze, having seen being like a clockwork orange into the worst visions of what humanity is and what it has to offer,
yeah,
compounded upon seeing a broken history and being pushed through it, sort of tipped him over the edge for the time being.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a mechanical check.
Yeah.
So the best person to actually wear that would be someone with a good outlook.
Arguably, not. You're just hoping you could actually see it, because I mean, I would assume he saw it in his mind's eye.
I saw my memories, so I mean, I physically could see my memory. So I'm assuming mechanically it would probably be the same.
Okay.
Like what Aaron saw when he put on the mask was compilations of someone else's memories, what it looked like, looking at it from like third person.
So that's what I'm saying. You saw it in your mind's eye. You didn't see it like.
That being said, upon staying in there for a long time, Clara looked at me and said something like, "There you are," or some shit like that, and then I got pushed out of it. That's when it got ripped off my face.
And with the anti-scrying rings, I don't think she'd be able to see us this time.
That's not necessarily
That's
true.
not
when
true.
you imbibe an artifact, general scrying spells are much different than an artifact directly connected to Clara as a person. This, while it will not drive you insane mechanically, has some sort of significance connected to Clara being able to know who it is that's using it.
So my vote, as weird as it is, my vote would actually be Norheg.
She doesn't know me as well.
Right?
We don't know she doesn't.
Because as soon as I put it on or you put it on, and she sees us, she's definitely gonna notice both of us.
And she knows him.
She knows him.
She
knows doesn't know you right now.
Supposedly.
She knows Jessamine.
Because she worked for her, maybe.
But there's nothing tying him to us. I mean, they've been scrying the whole time, so they know he's with us. but I don't know. That would be my vote as a player.
The only thing I'm worried about is that, well, never mind. If that's the case, then I mean, yeah.
I think because you have such an intimate connection, you have such an intimate connection to the asylum, it could be that you'll know what to push for when it comes to seeing into those visions. Because I had to sort of swim through them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I saw a lot about maybe like the Van Sorens versus the Winters family. I remember I saw like the document signing of the original asylum and seeing Ozra's family's name on the first like deed paper. I remember seeing a deal between someone without a face and Clara, because I couldn't. It was sort of grayed out, right?
Uh-huh.
And Clara, and that's when Clara saw me, and that's when you guys pulled the mask off my face.
So you were just swimming around open memories or historical events.
Yes, I had to ask her if I can look into more about the asylum.
I can tell you pretty much what I would shoot for if we did put it on me or you. I'd want to know about the fire and the accident.
At the asylum itself.
Because we learned that after we woke up, that happened quite a while ago, and the knowledge that we were gaining from that, it felt like we were connected to that in some way. 'Cause that's when we were questioning if these were our original bodies.
Yeah.
That would be where I would immediately go in terms of fishing through the mask, is what happened at the fire. So even though Norhig is not well known, it may still be best for one of us because we know what we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure Norhig would be able to translate what he saw properly to us, because he wouldn't know. Like,
right.
For us, it'd be like it's an asylum. For him, it'd be like it's a dark, murky room with weird things on the wall. He wouldn't give a proper description, not because he's like too stupid to, but just because he wouldn't know the knowledge of the word. Yeah, he doesn't know what he's looking at.
He's never been there.
So there's that factor too. Like, if we have to risk Clara finding us, then okay, she has a blip on where we are currently, when we are about to move soon currently.
I'm just wondering if we can use these to find out more than just information into the asylum as well.
The mask itself that we know from Ozra that she told was it the group or was it Aaron? I remember he said something about the mask in regards to it being a fragment of an old friend who went by many faces. We can try to peer into that aspect, because we also know that this mask was part of many, from at least the history check that we did way back when we were still in like the city proper of the Elven City. We know that this was part of like burial masks that like were commonplace back then, that contained fragments of history.
Mm-hmm.
This one just has some special connection to someone that Ozra personally knew. So we can try to peer into that, because that is information that I don't know, but the party does know.
Could find out who originally owned the mask.
Who originally owned the mask. If that can lead us to any connections to, well, who knows this person, or who knew of this person, or what connection would they have to the asylum that we can work up from there.
And also in terms of Clara being able to discern where you're at, what about inside the whip? How'd that work? Being inside another dimension and in a pocket.
Seemed to have been the only place Ozra
was comfortable talking.
But I'm saying if we wear the mask inside of that area.
I'll say this: it only she only saw me when I was prying into memories that pertained to her.
Yes. So I have to ask a mechanical question: is the mask storing space in an extra dimensional space? Nah, it's a mechanical question purely for opening up space within a mechanical space. Because
Nuclear bomb.
yeah, it's not a nuclear bomb. It's a TP. It's a total party wipe. I just want to make because if we use this mask inside an already extra-dimensional space and it accesses an extra-dimensional space, you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
That creates a-
I would advise against it if the instance came.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to advise not
Using it generally outside of extra dimension.
So
Yeah.
not even in your tower.
Correct.
Yes. That being said, the probability that she sees you is only when she's there in the memory. That's the only place that she saw Aaron.
So-
was when I was seeing a meeting between the Van Sorens and, or her as the Van Soren.
So the best
Let's
thing
see,
would be to
matriarch.
keep her out of the memories.
But we don't know where she is. We don't know what memory she's a part of. We don't know who she's talked to. We don't know what connections she might have to the person that's owned this mask.
She could be in a memory and we could not even see her, but she could see us.
That
Because
being
she's
said-
simply in the memory.
It might be a risk that necessarily we're going to have to take,
Yeah.
as we did for the whip and rebinding it, as we did for at least investigating more about the Matervas when we were in the Elven City. It's dangerous, but it's information that we have at our fingertips.
My vote would be we don't do this avenue anytime soon.
Yes.
Because I'd like to try to make some progression against this barrel brew thing.
Yeah. Let's
I agree
do
with
something else first where we can actually not invoke the boss to come and do
Right.
aggro,
Yeah.
and instead
Yes.
we do some side quests first.
Alright. So let's focus on the barrels then.
Yeah.
At this point. We should focus on the barrels and then like greater side quests focus on his sister.
Yes.
That's main. I think that's more mainline right there.
Even still though, I mean, we need to. That's going to be the
That's why I
next step
said
right after the
bigger.
barrel.
That's why I said bigger,
Yes, agreed.
bigger side quest. Like it's a side quest, but it's leading closer in
Okay.
line to the main quest.
Mhm.
That'll help us even further than finding out the barrels and stuff too, because we could get information or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But anywho, the first thing would be to start right here at the barrels, and try to see how we can break down the barrel that we have right now with us in any way, shape, or form. We're still waiting for the thing to do whatever it's doing, but we did, sit here and talk about the wood and how it was made, and we can. I don't know how we're gonna expect that, but we just gotta try to break down this.
Wood.
You don't know. You've heard of wood.
I mean, we just need to find out where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what we're going to do with that information other than.
We can find at least the manufacturer. We can at least track down brewery connection, manufacturer connection.
Yeah, because we can have him go back to Jacob and ask where he got the barrels from, and maybe just have him go back instead of Gary and.
Well, if we're gonna be meeting up with a direct into a brewery,
That's true too. Whoever
Can do
we
that.
can
Yeah,
ask.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think-
whoever.
Doing
guy
the
with
job
many
for
names.
Jacob, going back,
Yes.
saying we did the job, getting that contact, then from there.
Yes, that's
Fine.
that's a good way
Yeah.
to do it too. Is that
'cause
yeah?
I mean,
I forgot
Jacob
about that.
doesn't.
Jacob only
like-
knows one person,
And
and
he
that one
doesn't-
person might know more people.
And
Right.
he doesn't very much like the rest of the group.
I wonder why.
I did nothing.
I did nothing to harm him. He just doesn't like me because I don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do
That's
chairs.
generally not my problem.
Yeah.
I like Jacob.
I was
sure.
afraid to break them, but I was being more disrespectful by sitting on the floor. It seems.
Yeah, that part was a little weird to me, but you
Yeah.
know, because we're even lower to the ground, but you know, whatever.
It is what it is. So, anywho, back in? Are we back in? Alright.
Yeah. I'd be going to. Oh, you're still doing the thing with Thelma, right?
Smoking.
Yes.
And talking.
I'm
About
talking
the
about
mask.
the mask.
Well, I think keeping it on you would probably be best. I'm kind of artifact out right now. I don't really think. I mean, you know, I now also have a bag of, good stuff, but I also have a book that's questionable that can make me see, and winter in my pocket.
How trustworthy do you think your sister is? Because she does have a bag of holding.
Which has a what? She got a what?
She has a.
Go ahead, Carl.
Well, if you're gonna say it out of game, say it.
Out of game, judging by what she said about it being an extra dimensional.
No, they're not going to shove the mask into there.
Are you?
That's not what they're talking about.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
She's just describing the fact that she has one, which is not a typical thing that a normal
Okay.
person does. You can also hide a lot of stuff in there
You can have a
without other people knowing about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bag of
That's fair.
holding.
That's fair.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. She's nice. She might be my sister, maybe, but we followed two very different paths. She may end up just like a freak, just like me, tortured, experimented on, whatever. But our lives are pretty far apart. So I mean, I don't really know what happened to her when she interacted with Clara. Hell, I barely even remember what the hell happened at the monastery other than a lot of dead people. So
She seems okay. It's just I don't. A bag of holding gives me pause.
we could possibly ask Ozra if she knows anything about it. She's not very forthcoming with information, but maybe this time around she might be. Who knows?
We'll see. It's not a problem. It's just a minor issue, but nothing that I can do anything about. She hasn't given me any reason to do anything about it. Just
She withholds things though. That arm really screwed us.
yeah,
When it came to the doll maker.
yeah.
So, to answer your question as far as how much I trust her, if we're putting it on a scale of 10, you're looking about a 4. She's barely higher than Ozra.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure she has her reasons. I can only imagine she has her reasons to be reclusive. We're not the easiest bunch to be forthcoming to. Like, I mean,
Oh, come on. We're saints.
did you see the look on Lucas' face when we told him? Well, you didn't see it, but you should have seen it.
Yeah.
I'm sure if anything, you heard his heartbeat skip and be irregular.
Well, I do know that from the meeting with the Dryad, Jessamine has intentions in working with Lucas.
Working with Lucas?
The Dryad, in a summarized version, basically stated that Lucas could be the key on her figuring out how to stabilize herself.
Oh,
Given
goody.
his wild magic nature.
Okay. That's okay.
So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Got it.
I don't think I have anything else. Garion's still a weirdo.
Weird.
You're not here.
You're also not here.
Yeah, but I'm not weird.
You're not here.
Bastard. I'm a bag of shit. Say it to my face.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not that great. They did it to me.
You know, everybody's a little weird.
Yeah, but it's Garion. How long do you think this version of Garion will last?
Oh, this one's permanent.
You know, I hope a while.
I'm in agreement, because I don't want to go back to old Garion or older Garion.
No.
Or original Garion.
No.
Let's go with the original Garion.
Although, you know, depending on how we handle his sister, I don't know which way that's going to lean him.
Did anyone tell Lucas that we're probably going to have to break her hands and fucking smash her esophagus so she can never speak or move her hands again?
Her esophagus. We're removing her tongue.
That.
Yeah.
Has anyone told him that?
No.
I don't think anyone has informed him of those things. He seems quite faint, that one. So, like, you know, I think he may, for the sake of just, you know, making sure he, you know, adequates properly to the group, he may need to be on a bit of a need-to-know basis.
Gotcha.
You know, just until he can get better acquainted with our methods.
Just so I know from, you know, leader to leader, should we tell him the day before we meet her sister that we're possibly going to have to remove her tongue and break her hands?
Let's just tell him more
or
like...
just wait until it's happening?
Yeah, more like the minute or second before we do it, you know?
Gotcha.
Out of him?
Yeah, I thought we agreed to a lobotomy.
We have not agreed to anything because, you know, lobotomy would be interesting, but also really hard. We'd have to just beat her up anyways, and then take her to somewhere to have a lobotomy, and then pay for the lobotomy. I'd rather just do it the cheap and easy way.
I'm down. I'm good. I know we discussed lobotomy. I just wanted to make sure we were good.
Go.
Alright.
Okay, so tell him when it's happening.
Yeah, it's easier that way.
I think we should let Norhig do that. Just let Norhig ease him into the news.
You want to let Norhig tell him.
You're going to get too much enjoyment out of it. I'm going to get too much enjoyment out of it. Garion's going to be an emotional wreck. Ozra will probably get some kind of enjoyment out of it. And the only one left is Jessamine or Norhig. And I don't think Jessamine's done a horrible thing to another person in her entire life.
You don't know that.
You're right.
She can remember.
But given her personality,
Okay. Well, I don't understand. Why rob me of my enjoyment?
I'm not, because you'll probably be assisting me in breaking her hands and cutting out her tongue.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about
fine.
just informing.
Yeah, who's gonna tell him the minute it's happening?
Oh no, I'd rather watch than tell.
Yeah, so I think Norhig needs to be the one to tell him.
Wow. Really? You're taking away my fun?
No, you also get to...
You still get to do it.
Darkness or silence.
Oh my god.
What?
Then he can't see or hear that any
Stay
of it's
inside of this
happening.
darkness bubble. Don't listen. Don't hear. Don't worry about what's going
Like
on outside of
darkness
it.
It has darkness or silence
That's cool.
on it.
I'm okay with that because as long as I honestly don't witness here, and as long as I don't know what's happening, and you wake up in the morning, just tell me to stay in bed. You're gonna go out shopping. I'll just stay back and you do your thing.
You know what? She may choose option 2. She might just go live out in the prairie.
That's not how this works, unfortunately.
I'm just saying.
No, unfortunately,
What
there
are
is
you
no.
gonna do about it?
There is no
Howlin'
option
boy?
2.
You weren't there.
There is no option 2. If we do this, it's gotta be one
I
way.
still have to offer it to her.
Where are we?
It's a part of our way. They have to either
Sorry, guys.
be willing to do it,
We're
or I have to
We're
force
out
them. Right?
We have the battle.
Right?
Man.
By our tenets, I have to give her an option 2.
Come on.
And she's not going to take it, and then I have to do the forceful way.
Okay.
Correct?
That
Let's
is
talk
correct.
about that in chat. It's a
Yes,
chat
we did.
conversation.
Yes, we did. We talked. We have to use pals, guys.
Sorry.
Terribly sorry.
I'm crying. Why does Noriega have to tell me? I know. He doesn't want to.
Alright, so
I gotta go talk to the magic.
real
man.
quick, we do have to come to a quick handling with the handling of my sister. Just hint.
I know we have to give her an option. We already did.
No.
When we first met her,
Yeah.
we gave her an option
Yeah.
and she declined.
Yeah.
So I already satisfied my section of the tenant.
I totally get that, but the dynamic of what we
Has not changed.
Yes, it has.
Oh,
Because
no.
the first time we talked to her, we tried to get her to side with us.
Because the only
This
other
is no
option was
longer-
violence.
Yeah, but this is no longer siding with us.
No,
this is
because-
literally go fuck off or die.
That's
Well, not
but
dead,
that's literally what we gave her. The other option was help us or you're gonna die. And she said, I can handle myself. Fuck you. So now we're gonna go with her and go fuck off or die. And she's gonna go fuck you. So I understand what you're going for here, and I know you have to feel like you have to offer it, but we've
Well, it's
already.
not that I feel like I have to. I have to offer.
All right. Fuck it.
He didn't offer it, you did. That's the thing.
She silenced me.
Fine.
He's got.
Anyways.
Let's talk in the general chat we have for all of us as players.
Alright.
Sometimes during this week on how to handle his sister.
Yeah.
Reasonably.
Yeah, that was already gonna be the plan.
Alright.
But we're discussing it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Alrighty.
So Norhag will be the one to tell him.
Or yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's have that. That'll be good.
We'll breach that with Norhag. I mean, we're probably gonna have to offer him something in exchange. I don't know, maybe a new sword.
Yeah, he likes those.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Well, you want one last set before we go back?
Yes.
The timing, sir.
Please don't get caught. You're gonna give me so much trouble. You didn't even roll stealth.
We did.
We did.
I thought you rolled perception.
No, we rolled stealth and then
Get
we
outta
rolled
here.
perception.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They had to do both.
Was the stealth good?
I had 25.
I had 15.
So no, not great.
Fine.
That's not that bad. I mean,
25 is pretty
The
decent.
mean of that is a dirty 20, so that's.
I mean, I'm sure we're in like, some magical room that no one's around. I don't think we're just standing out.
Of course, right. The Maids Guild, famously known for its empty magical room.